Hello, everyone. Welcome to a blockbuster year 1985. Tonight, we are talking Indiana Jones. No, we're not talking Indiana Jones. We're talking Indiana clones. We're doing King Solomon's Mines from Canon Films. Let's pop in the tape. Ooh.
That was
Welcome
amazing.
to the
Just
show.
So you know, that was amazing, Brandon.
I realize
today, my friend.
I normally hold up the movie, but I don't actually own tonight's movie. Hi, Jay. How are you?
Same. Hi. Oh, I'm happy to be here, buddy. It's been a crazy week. It's been one of those weeks. It's just been a roller coaster, and this might be the high point of it. So,
oh, that's great. Well, I'm excited to be here as well.
Great to see you both.
Welcome to the show. Our guest tonight, Russell Treloar. He is an artist. I only recently became aware of your art. We were both at the same screening of a film that we're going to talk about a little bit. But as soon as I saw the art that you were putting out, I was like, oh, I like this guy. I followed him. We've been messaging back and forth a little bit. And then I noticed you're a pretty big cinephile. We followed each other on Letterboxd recently, and yeah, so I was like, oh, we gotta have.
So you know it's official.
Yes, oh look, and Russell's got a Letterboxd shirt on, so I was like, oh, we gotta have Russell on the show,
nice.
And I put the list out to you, and this is your choice, so I cannot wait to talk about it. Welcome to the show, Russell.
Thanks so much for inviting me. Yeah, I've really been looking forward to chatting Indiana clones with you both. So, yeah, excited.
Oh, no, it's going to go on all night.
Yeah. Well, I have. So, Russell and I are big fans of this Canadian television show that recently got a movie made. The film, people may have heard about it. It's called Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. It is an incredible, incredible film. It's an incredible TV series if you can find it. It's not really available anywhere, and there is an original web series which you can still find online. But the way I found out about Russell is we were both at the touring screening of this film with the writer and director and lead actors and composer of the film. They were both there, Matt and Jay, two absolute heroes of mine. I think, Russell, you feel the same way. Big fan of Matt and Jay, right?
Absolutely. Canadian icons for sure.
Canadian icons for sure. And actually, Russell lives a ferry ride away from Vancouver. So Russell had to get on a ferry to come across to the mainland to see this screening. And at this screening, Matt Johnson, he comes out. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but he comes out with this painting. And it is, well, I guess I should say, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, has a Back to the Future element to it. It is a time travel movie. If I implore anybody who hasn't seen it and would consider themselves a Back to the Future fan, Jay Ryan, to watch this movie. It's available on streaming. It's about to come out on Blu-ray. I think at the end of this month, I have my Blu-ray pre-ordered. But it is an amazing film. It's so unbelievable. I don't even know how a lot of this stuff was made, but it's all shot up in here in Canada. So Matt comes out with this giant painting. I actually have an art print of it here. I don't know if people will be able to see it.
Oh wow!
I have another easier version for people to see.
Oh wow! There you go.
So this is a painting of Matt and Jay looking at another version of Matt and Jay coming out of a RV time machine. And so the writer-director, Matt Johnson, he's the one in the fedora there. He's holding this amazing painting. And the audience, we're just like blown away. We can't believe how cool this piece of art was. And then he goes and says, the artist is here tonight, and he points to you out in the back, and everybody applauds. And then I think it must have been right after that moment, somehow I found out who the artist was and followed you and all that kind of stuff. Then you released these prints, and I bought the print, and we've been talking ever since that. But that's sort of how you came on my radar. Now, I'd like to hear maybe your side of the story on how you got that artwork to Matt and Jay that night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I did not know that Matt was going to do that, so I was completely surprised. But yeah, so I was kind of put on the spot there, but like it kind of dates back earlier in the fall. Like I had heard them on CBC. I'd been big fans of the show. They were kind of giving hints as to what the movie might be, but there was no trailer, nothing. I just knew it was based on Back to the Future, or loosely based on Back to the Future, or had a time travel element. I knew that the CN Tower would be a big piece of it. So I thought, it's time for me to do like a little tribute piece, and because I knew I was going to go to the tour and show, and I thought maybe I'll try and get something done before then. So before the show, I kind of posted on Instagram saying that I'd done this piece. I showed the piece, and I get this DM from Jay McCarroll, just out of the blue, saying, "Oh man, we love this piece. We want to meet you in Vancouver." And so I was like, "Oh, this is amazing." So I literally hauled this like 30 by 40 painting on the ferry. I walked on.
The original painting, right?
Oh my God.
I just I got to take my shot and just take it over there to show Jay. And so I dropped it off at the theater in the green room beforehand, and just with a note saying like, "Hey, this is the original art. Just let me know what you think." And sitting in the audience is what you kind of described. Like Matt just like, "I've got this prop to show you." And he runs out with it, and it kind of went from there. One of my favorite things was that like after he finished the spiel and we did a little back and forth, he's like, "And we could just throw that right in the garbage."
Yes,
I thought,
it was such a funny joke.
Yeah.
It was such a cool movie to watch together with a bunch of fans in that theater with Matt and Jay there for their Q&A. Like, I honestly can't stress enough how crazy and cool and funny this movie is. It's astounding. So Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, only a select few people appreciate this, and I think you, Russell, might be. But I went and I had to.
Oh, nice.
These are screen accurate cutters, wire cutters, and these are a very important part of the film. But these are Canadian Walmart brand pliers, or cutters, I mean. And what's funny, and only maybe the Canadian people will get this, but they go and they pretend to buy these at a Canadian Tire, which is a completely different chain of stores. So there's no way that this brand of wire cutters would appear in the Canadian Tire store. So they brought these in. And I think I have a theory that they picked these because they're yellow and they show up on camera because the type of filmmaking that Matt and Jay do for Nirvana the band is more like handheld documentary style, and so it's kind of hidden camera sometimes, and sometimes it's stage. So I just feel I have a feeling that this bright yellow packaging just showed up better, so that's why they chose to use that, but then shot in Canadian Tire. So when you see the film, Jay, these will make sense.
I'm excited. Can't wait.
Any opportunity I get to talk Nirvana the band, the show, the movie with someone who understands the references or the fandom, I get quite excited.
Well, I'll tell you this, Russell, that's not the first time those cutters have come out on this show. Whenever they were first procured, they showed up as well. So it's definitely awesome. A good prop.
I mean, Nirvana the band fans are passionate.
Yes, they are.
I thought of you, Brandon. Like, I wondered if the time machine would ever make an appearance in the garage. Like that's such an amazing vehicle.
Like their time machine, their RV,
their time machine, the RV. Yeah.
Well, they still own it, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They
And I
have it
know
out parked out in Toronto somewhere.
I had to do some research
Wow.
into what that model RV was to paint it properly.
Yeah.
And the only clues I had were, the premiere in Toronto. I had some pictures of just some
Yes.
video, and so I
Yeah,
had to
because
Google image
because they
search.
pulled up. They actually pulled up to their own premiere in Toronto.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
RV that they used in the movie. I love
Yep.
this detail too. I think it might show up on camera. Let's see the shoes that Matt is wearing.
Yeah, a little Easter egg.
Oh,
for Back to the Future
the Air
fans.
Mags. Nice.
Yeah,
You bet.
he's got some
Yeah.
future Nikes on. Anyway, big fan of the film, big fan of your artwork. But that's not
so
what we're
much.
here to talk about tonight. We are here to talk. Before I get into that, let's say hi to the chat before I get too carried away. Bitter Troll is here. Video Power Gaming is here. Who else do we got here?
Yeah, the funny comments already.
Brian Stidham is here again, and Appleby. And J. Ryan.
Brian Stidham's funny. He goes, "Evening, gentlemen. I told you were going to be laughing at this one."
Yes, that is very true. So you chose King Solomon's Mines, Russell. But when you chose it, you explained to me that when you were younger, you were sort of a fan of Indiana Jones, and you were kind of just seeking out movies like Indiana Jones, trying to find that experience. So this particular film, I assume that means that you saw it when you were younger, maybe around 1985.
Yeah, I mean, I can trace it right back. It was actually a little later than that. 89 was probably my big year for movies, but 85 is amazing as well. But I saw Last Crusade in theaters in 89, and after that, I basically had an insatiable appetite for this type of adventure film. So
Yeah.
Scouring VHS at the video store, looking for any poster art that was even loosely reminiscent of Raiders or any of the indie films.
Which,
so
that's how it is a very big proponent of video store cover art. That's exactly what they're trying to do with the poster for King Solomon's Mines, or a lot of especially straight to home video at the rental store, at the video store. They're trying to get kids like you to go, I like this thing. Oh, this kind of looks like that. The art style is the same. The guy's wearing brown and he's got a hat and a gun, and there's a lady. Like, it must be the same type of movie, right?
Yeah.
They got me. They got me.
Yeah. They got me too. Today.
Yeah. It does.
Better late than never. Yeah.
It starts, and you like the film, the score, the even like that big, like, I'm gonna call it the Cairo set, because that's what it was in my notes. But like that first scene in the big public marketplace, all of this feels exactly like Indiana Jones. So,
big time.
You were right, yeah. But so when you watched it when you were younger, were you a fan? Did it work on you?
Well, truth be told, I actually saw the sequel first. I saw Lost City of Gold first.
Yeah, Allan Quartermain and the Lost City of Gold.
Yeah, and something about the the title again.
By the way, couldn't be more excited about that.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great double bill. But yeah, no, I just had to compare it against Indiana Jones, and it just it just wasn't the same. It had like the elements, but like it didn't like satisfy me in that way that sort of Indy did. But I had a cousin. We used to rent films all the time. We were kind of like young cinephiles, and we'd be humming the theme song to King Solomon's Mines. Like we're kind of nerdy that way. But
it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the theme is catchy and good. Jerry Goldsmith. Jerry Goldsmith did the score for this, and he's not a knockoff composer, right?
No,
like he's Alien, he's Gremlins,
one of the majors,
Rambo's, Total Recall, Basic Instinct, Small Soldiers, a personal favorite of mine.
Yep.
The Burbs.
One of the
I think.
things.
Did he do the Burbs?
Yes, Burbs. Yes, that's
Yeah.
Jerry Goldsmith.
The Burbs.
Goldsmith.
That to me is very catchy. Always think
One
of
of
him.
the things I did learn actually about Jerry Goldsmith is he wrote the current Universal fanfare that appears before every single Universal title. Yes. In
Nice.
1997, the first film to have it was Jurassic Park: The Lost World. That version of the Universal fanfare was Jerry Goldsmith, and then has been re-recorded, by other musicians to modernize it. But yeah, like the score primarily was one element in this film that I was like, no, that like it's perfect. Like they nailed it. He nailed the catchy Indiana Jones type adventure music.
Oh, absolutely. They literally scored, like, pun intended there, with Jerry Goldsmith. And it's kind of you might have read this too, Brandon, but it's kind of unbelievable that his score was nominated for a Razzie that year for like worst score.
Yeah.
And that's just like unbelievable to me, because it is so good. Like, must have been a really good year for movie scores if this is nominated for a Razzie.
Well, and I also think that it's like
it was all real back then, right?
Yeah, and like the score with the movie, right? Like I don't think the Razzies are really.
That's what I think.
Separating, the Jerry Goldsmith of it all.
It's more about the movie,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he took the hit on that one.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, how unfair.
But like his credit list is unbelievable. Like there is so many other films that we're not even mentioning that are just like absolute classics and just and
they're all memorable. Like you could pull them all out of your head right now. Gremlins, and pick one.
You
know them immediately.
Gremlins, the dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
I will walk around. It's like my internal walking music sometimes. Dun 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 dun. All right, so King Solomon's Mines. It's an interesting thing for 1985. You might know this, Russell. I don't know if you know this, Jay, but it's actually based off of a novel that was written in 1885, a Back to the Future year, which ends up being, for the movie that we're covering tonight, 100 years since the original novel King Solomon's Mines was published. So it's a real old property. Novels written by H. Rider Haggard. He ends up writing 14 novels based on the Allan Quartermain character. And he's credited as one of the sort of first lost city genres for novels, back in the late 1800s, setting the way for an adventurer going out and finding a lost civilization, or a
treasure.
otherworldly level with inhabitants, right? This is not the first time that King Solomon's Mines has even been made into a film. Their earliest
I didn't know that till today either.
1919 was the first version, but that film has been lost.
Whoa!
And then there is a...
I saw 1950.
So there's a 1937 as well. So there's a 1937 that ended up winning 2 Oscars for... the 1950, not the 1937. The 1937 came out, and then the 1950 ends up winning 2 Oscars for Best Cinematography and Best Editing, and the 1950 was nominated for Best Picture.
Wow.
I will say, I was like, I'll watch the other versions too. I started watching the 1950 King Solomon's Mines, and within the first 5 minutes of the film, they shoot and kill an elephant, and it is real hunting footage. And I was like, you know what? I don't really care that much. After seeing
this one went about as far back as I'm willing to go.
Yeah. So
this had a lot of discomfort in it for me.
I decided that instead of watching the earlier versions, I was going to watch the sequel. I'll spend some more time with Richard Chamberlain and Sharron Stone. And then there is,
and then Rent faces a death for dessert. No big deal.
Yeah. Exactly. And then we have this 1985 version, which has its sequel, as I mentioned, 1987. Then there's a 2004 TV miniseries with Patrick Swayze. That is the Allan Quartermain character and King Solomon's Mines. And then the last version of it, 2006, was a TV movie. And it stars somebody who's very popular right now. If you're watching The Pit, Noah Wyle plays Allan Quartermain in that 2006 TV movie. And I also have to note here that it is is directed by Jonathan Frakes Riker from Star Trek. He directed the last version of King Solomon's Mines.
Number 1.
Yes. So
cool.
I think it's interesting that this Indiana Jones knockoff from 1985 has such a rich history in all the film adaptations, but also in time of 1985 is 100-year-old book. So it just sort of makes sense to me that with the popularity of Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is 1981, and Temple of Doom, 84, the previous year, people are just scrounging for what other sort of adventure characters can we adapt and trick young Russell at the video store to rent the movie, right?
I'd throw Romancing the Stone, too. I can't remember what year that was, but I feel like that had played a role, too, in these adventure,
Romancing the Stone is
treasure hunting, seeking.
I think Romancing the Stone is 84 or 83 because Jewel of the Nile 84. Is 85. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to cover Jewel
just
of the
John
Nile.
Wilder. Just John.
Oh man.
I pulled out the
Nice.
Romancing the Stone Jewel of the Nile double feature because it is definitely one of the Indiana
the
clones.
2-pack. Very nice.
Yeah, on Blu-ray.
That's it's Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen
right?
Turner, who
and Danny DeVito too.
There's two stories related to Kathleen Turner for King Solomon's Mines. There is one story which is she was offered the part of Jessie, Sharon Stone's role in the film, and turned it down. The other story is King Solomon's Mines is a canon film. Canon films are very famous for being terrible, but giving us a lot of Chuck Norris, a lot of Charles Bronson, a lot of schlock, a lot of nudity. That is what canon films are. I think
my favorite Firewalker. I think that's a canon film. Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
They're typically shot out of this country. They're very low budget, but they deliver a lot of production value on that low budget, in my opinion.
Yes, so Canon Films at this time was purchased by two Israeli cousins, Menachem Golan and Yoram Globus. And apparently the other story related to Kathleen Turner is one of the cousins said, "Get me the Stone Woman. I want the Stone Woman for King Solomon's Mines." And so they got Sharon Stone. Apparently what he actually meant was the Romancing the Stone. Kathleen Turner is who he meant. Wow. So I don't know what story is fully true. I can't really corroborate both of them. One was told in the Canon Films documentary, and one is what I saw online in a Kathleen Turner interview. So, both maybe have a little bit of merit. I don't know. But yeah, I mean,
I was amazed Sharon Stone was working this early. I didn't realize in '85 she was already in movies.
Well,
I don't remember when Basic Instinct was, but like 92. Total Recall or Basic Instinct would have been the. Whoa.
Yeah, Basic Instinct's 92.
What was Basic? Well,
So-
sorry, what was Total Recall? That was still the
1990.
80s, or- Okay, so that's
Yeah,
before.
Total Recall's
Whoa.
90, Basic Instinct's 92. But Jay, Sharon Stone is in Police Academy 4.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. That's right. I forgot. I got to go back to training before I get the Citizens on Patrol.
Yes, she's in Citizens on Patrol. What year is that? Oh yeah, 80. Oh no, that's after. My bad. That's 87 is Citizens on Patrol.
Okay.
But yes, this is
For
very
what it's
early
worth,
in her
I've worked
career.
with Miss Sharon Stone, and she is an absolutely lovely, lovely person. I have many, many lovely stories. We don't need to get to them, but she's really, really cool. Big fan.
What did you work with her on?
She was a guest cast on The Practice, David E. Kelly law drama show that I used to work on, and she was there for a couple weeks. And but because she was a big star and does her research, it was like there was advance. Like the moment she was cast in this role, it was like I was sending her tapes of the shows, and it was it was like a 3 or 4 week relationship, and she was actually going through some really heavy stuff at the time. Because, well, it doesn't matter, but somebody on her staff that we all got to know really well, too, turned out she was really, really sick. And it was just weird how, like, this little clique of people who didn't know each other that well. Well, kind of like the Adam LeWoo thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Where everybody just kind of like, oh, shit, can't believe we're going through this.
Yeah.
But she was incredibly lovely. And then, so she would send a thank you note for everything, like a handwritten thank you note. I actually have one pulled up here just because. But what I wanted to say was the story that makes me the happiest about her is because I didn't usually do this, and Brandon, and I'm not normally the type to do this, but because she had won an Oscar, or at least been nominated for an Oscar for Casino, whatever, and she was such a big deal and like a huge guest for The Practice, I asked her, and because I was already friends with the team, right?
Yeah.
So I asked one of the members of her team, like, would it be cool if I brought in my Casino DVD and, she could sign it to me? That would be like awesome. If it's a thing at all, no. But like if this is no big deal, let me know and I'll, and she's like, oh my God, no problem. Of course, bring it. So I bring it in the next day, and she doesn't give it back to me the next day. And then there's the weekend, and then it's the new week, and Monday rolls like nothing. And then sometime in the middle of the week, probably Tuesday, the team member comes up to my desk and she goes, okay, here you go. And she gives me the DVD and she goes, have I got a story for you? I was like, okay. Apparently, as the I guess it was maybe her assistant at the time, as the person told it, she said that Sharon knew who I was. It was no problem. She was happy to do it. And she left it in there with a note and whatever, and Sharon was doing it. And then the assistant went into the other room and heard Sharon screaming expletives from the signing space.
Yeah.
And she runs back in and she's like, what the hell's the matter? And she goes, I wrote J-A-Y. I wrote J-A-Y. God damn it. I wrote J-A-Y.
Oh.
My name is just the letter J. And Sharon knew that.
Oh, okay.
She wrote J-A-Y. And she sent her assistant out to buy another copy of the DVD so that she could have a fresh jacket to sign.
Wow.
And she gave me the fresh DVD and jacket and the old DVD with no jacket back.
That's
And that lovely story.
That's
I
amazing.
can't believe that happened, though. She literally sent someone out to go buy another, or maybe they had another, but whatever, had to go get another one.
Had
and
to go
she signed
find
another
Casino.
one 'cause she screwed it up. And knew she screwed it up, and she knew she screwed it up, which to me is like, holy crap, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So I have nothing but nice things to say about her. And then here was one of those handwritten notes that I got afterwards. And it just literally says, Jay Ryan, thank you for sending me the tapes. I really appreciate it. Best regards, Sharon Stone. And it doesn't mean anything, or it doesn't, you know what I mean? There's nothing special about that. But the fact that she's the type of person to do a handwritten note because of that.
That's awesome.
And we actually talked about that quite a bit. And she said she wasn't always that way. It wasn't till she went through she had a brain aneurysm and a whole different change of what's important in life.
Yeah.
And we worked with her after that. So I have nothing but amazing things to say about Sharon Stone. Sorry that went so long, but I love her. I think she's great.
That's very cool.
That's
That's
great.
a cool personal story for someone we're going to talk about tonight.
Although in this, I don't know if I could. This is not an Oscar-winning performance here.
No. I mean, like you said, this is early in her career. She maybe wasn't even supposed to be in this movie. They wanted Kathleen Turner, but Canon Films. Jay, you had sort of mentioned Firewalker. That's the Chuck Norris one.
Firewalker is the Chuck Norris Louis Gossett one that I
Yes.
love, and I'm pretty sure that's canon too.
What about you, Russell? Canon Films. You know, is there
Sorry,
is there
there's
any
a bit
particular?
of a delay.
Oh, okay. Is there any sort of particular films, or are you aware of Canon Film Corporation in general?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely marks an era when I was kind of discovering film. So like Cobra would be one that I watched a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I forgot that's a
with,
Canon film. Yeah.
And
Forgot about
you know that
that.
has some like
It's a good LA one.
canonisms. Yeah, totally. Yeah,
I didn't
kind
pull
of a
Cobra,
weird,
but I
wonderful-
did pull
Oh, there you
Over
go.
the Top,
Yeah.
which is another
Yeah.
Stallone Canon Films movie. But sorry, I didn't.
I'm waiting for that one to go on sale. I've never seen it. Can't wait.
Me
I
neither.
love truckers.
I've never seen Over the Top, but to tell another Adam story on this show, one day when we were driving around LA at the Back to the Future events, Robbie Retro and Adam the Woo were sitting in the back seat, and all they were doing was quoting Over the Top. And then Robbie's showing me this scene on his phone, and I was like, I need to see this movie. This movie seems insane and hilarious and so entertaining. And they were just having the time of their lives, laughing and quoting the same thing over and over and over again. They were having so much fun back there. So as soon as I got home after that trip, I ordered a copy of Over the Top. And so I still haven't watched it,
Nice.
but I will. I am looking forward to it. But yeah, so
Brandon, I've seen them do that same thing, so they must have really loved that. Like that must be a
they
thing that they
love
would do
Over the
like
Top.
regularly.
They really do.
Like they love that movie. Yeah, cool. I can't wait.
Any
to
other Canon films or Canon history, Russell, that from childhood?
I mean, I've watched a handful of them. Masters of the Universe is a timely one, maybe with the release of the new film coming.
I pulled
you know,
that one too.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
I would not have expected that.
Yeah, terrible movie, but also a lot of freaking fun.
Yeah, it's true.
Would you call tonight's movie a terrible movie?
Yes.
When you say also, would you
Yeah,
call?
not
You
to,
would
not to bury the lead here, but yeah. Ultimately, I think this is what Canon Films does: is they make terrible movies that are so freaking fun.
Oh, okay, yep, I got it. That may be my genre.
Yeah,
that may be what I'm into.
A couple of very famous ones.
Okay, I've heard of those.
And Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Congrats to MGM for getting the distribution rights on those.
Look at these are just some of the craziest Canon films I pulled. Look at Bloodsport, Van Damme, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. It's a Canon film.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
What else do we got here? Lou Ferrigno, Hercules.
Nice.
Oh, and this one here.
Oh, I don't even know if I knew
Superman
about that one.
4, Quest for Peace is a Canon film. They purchased the
3.
rights to Superman late into the franchise and ended up making Quest for Peace a terrible film. So Canon Films, as I had mentioned, was purchased in 1979 by 2 Israeli cousins. They came to America and they started just making movies. They were making movies over in Israel. They purchased the Canon company, and they just went crazy. They are what, when people make fun of like straight to home video, like selling a movie based strictly off of a poster, right? No script, no actual idea. It's just what looks good on the poster. Chuck Norris with 2 Uzi machine guns, a flaming building behind him, and like a stealth bomber jet
Chuck
flying
Norris
over
didn't
top.
need guns.
Yeah, they would.
Chuck Norris, he wasn't a shooting guy.
Create these posters or just have these wild ideas and then make those movies. In 1985 alone, they released 22 films. whether it be,
jeez,
kind of re-releases, straight to video.
Are they just financiers? Or are they actually overseeing production?
They are overseeing
That's
production.
a lot.
Yeah.
Whoa. Huge.
There is a wonderful documentary called Electric Boogaloo, the story of Cannon Films. I learned so much about it. There's so many great stories in there. One of the funniest parts about that documentary is at the very, very end, they sort of shoot up a credit that's like the cousins were asked to be interviewed for this documentary. They turned it down to then make their own documentary about Cannon Films and release the documentary 3 months earlier.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
I see what these guys are about.
Yeah.
Like they had spies on every executive's desk. So be like, what are they about to greenlight? Oh, a thing about a helicopter and a whatever. Okay, let's do our thing with the helicopter and the whatever.
I don't think they were at the level to have spies. I think that they were just, after it comes out, they go, okay, that was popular. Let's make our own version, right?
Got it.
Yeah.
There is a quote in the documentary from Richard Kraft. He was a music supervisor, and he puts it as, the Cannon way is simply reassembling something else minus good taste. That's what Cannon Films did.
That's funny. That's hilarious. You reverse engineer it, take out the quality.
Where did I put it? Part of the reason why I brought Over the Top out is because one of the things I learned is that at the time, they paid Stallone $12 million to appear in this film, which for 1985, that was like the highest paid an actor had ever been to appear in a film. But they were so set on making... Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Is that also 1985?
No, this is not 1985.
Oh, shit. I was so
87.
excited to do that on the show.
1987. Yeah, so they kept this up. They would make so many movies. None of them would really make a ton of money. They would hit every once in a while with, a Chuck Norris or a Stallone, right? But it just wasn't... they would always be losing money. In 1985-86 year alone, Cannon Films lost $90 million.
Jeez.
And they were starting to
it was a lot of money back then.
Film libraries and movie theater chains. All the way up until 1994, I believe, was the end of Cannon Films. They declared bankruptcy. But, for the 80s, it was like pure entertainment. There is such a love for all of these Cannon Films, whether you're into I keep using Chuck Norris as the example, but Chuck Norris or the Death Wish franchise, right? The Charles Bronson, all of the sequels to Death Wish are Cannon Films. The first Death Wish is not a Cannon film. So they just were like, okay, we got Charles Bronson, Death Wish is his franchise. Let's just make them. And they made 2, 3, and 4, all with Bronson.
Was that like a model they're copying from like Dirty Harry or something like that? Because there was a handful of those those series in the 80s.
I think it's just like they were thinking in the documentary. They allude to the old Hollywood system used to have actors
Studio
on
system.
Contracts. Yes,
Yes.
Back in the
We're going back to that now, but yeah,
the 30s. An actor would be sort of on contract and they would just put them in their movies. It wasn't really like casting. It wasn't like auditioning. It was just like, who's available, right? I think a really great example of that, I just rewatched it, Hail Caesar, a film I know you like, Jay.
I was going to bring that up right now. Go on.
Yes.
It's a perfect example. That's how the young kid gets in the movie.
Yes,
it's a perfect example.
It's young Han Solo. What is his name? I can't remember his he's got a hard to pronounce name. Anyway, young Han Solo.
I can't believe that's Han Solo. I had no idea.
Yeah, that's the Han Solo prequel.
He's just the little kid who can't act to me
exactly.
From
he's like the cowboy. He's the cowboy stunt rider guy who does like
that they're trying to make Gene Kelly.
Yes, and then he just gets put
what it
in
was,
an
what it
acting
was,
movie.
what it was.
And he does terrible, but that's how the studio system works. So canon was
what was the line, Brandon? Were it not, or was it? It was.
Yeah, something like that.
Something he couldn't.
What it was, I can't remember. There is a pretty significant delay, Jay.
Okay, I don't know where it is because you guys are perfect 1080 over here. Everything looks amazing.
Really?
Yeah. And then it seems to come and go because now we're live, so it syncs up and it must be
I don't know. Something's going on. Oh no, I think we're good. Anyway, yeah. So that's how the old system used to work. So I think the canon cousins were they wanted to have actors in their repertoire that they could just put into movies, and someone like Charles Bronson and Chuck Norris were kind of those people for them.
Brian Stidham says, I've never heard canon films described better. They also had Chuck Norris performing a power sidekick on every trailer he was in.
Yeah.
Brian totally agrees with your assessment.
Yeah. So obviously, as we've said, 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark comes out. 1984, the year prior to this, Temple of Doom comes out. So Indiana Jones is, in the ether. So somebody at Canon is thinking, what can we get, right?
This makes so much sense now.
What can we? Is it coming up with something original, or is it taking this 100-year-old book that's been adapted multiple times and redoing it? The funny thing is, the movie, our 85 Solomon Mines, is not really based on the book other than the Allan Quartermain character. The 1950, 1937, and the original book, they're kind of a different story. The Allan Quartermain character is actually a much older man. He is a long-time white adventurer in Africa who has lived there for many, many years. He's sort of a grizzled old man, an expert in the outback. This 85 version is really much more inspired directly by Indiana Jones.
He's modeled right after him.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we can't copy it too much. Well, we'll give him a bandolier of shotgun shells. That'll change it. Like, that's just different. And a little scarf around his...
Which is a thing that appears in the other versions.
And then I'll tell you what, Sharon Stone did an excellent job. Okay. So maybe, well, that is kind of, I guess, the safari adventurer guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly thought Sharon Stone did a great job of being Billy from Temple of Doom, like exactly like her.
Yeah, Willie Scott.
Yet absolutely nothing like her at all.
I was
sense?
thinking like, she's doing a little bit of Karen Allen and Willie Scott.
Maybe that's it. Mixing
right,
it.
and maybe not specifically Sharon Stone, but I had the feel like that's how the character was written, because there is times when she's...
You're right, the father... Oh my gosh, you're right.
And she's obviously Willie Scott when she's getting in the plane and doing donuts in the field.
Yeah.
That's Willie Scott, but she's also Karen Allen at times when she's like walking through the jungle. Even the first time we see her, she's kind of confidently walking through the jungle. She's on a mission. She needs to find her father. She does get kidnapped in the marketplace, which is so Raiders. Like, she gets rolled up in a carpet. It's not a wicker basket, but she gets rolled up in a carpet. Like, you can't get more Raiders
and the town square already feels the same.
Yes.
As Cairo, as you said.
Exactly. Yeah, so I just felt it was kind of like maybe a bit of both types of the Indiana Jones classic female characters.
I think you're probably right. Yeah, that's astute.
Okay,
I
so
also, this movie wasn't cheap to produce. It's not
No.
like they just cranked it out real quick. I bet they shot it quickly down in Botswana
Yes.
or whatever part of Africa they were.
Zimbabwe.
But they did an awful lot of very big and challenging and stunty, dangerous things in this movie. None of it was cheap.
Yeah, I think that's the canon way, is like canon films don't necessarily look cheap. Like it's hard to put. They don't look cheap. I just think they're shot very quickly, like you said, Jay, which doesn't allow them to like fine tune things or get the perfect effect shot, the perfect performance, right? It's kind of like we have to make these pages, we have to make these days. Whatever we get is good enough.
Okay.
But they're putting money into those effects, and they're putting money into the stunts and to the sets. So I think that's what's funny, and like that's kind of what's magical about the canon films, is that they sort of sit in this place between cheap, low budget, straight to home video, films, and then our big budget theatrical blockbusters. They kind of are right in the middle. They're just not quite there.
Yeah, they just could never make that movie in America because they couldn't afford to do it.
Yeah.
But you go to Zimbabwe and it's like, oh, well, we can totally afford to do all that. There's absolutely zero oversight whatsoever. No insurance.
Go ahead, Russell.
I was going to say, I was just looking at my notes. It looks like they filmed from January to May in '85. Yes. It was supposed to be finished in March.
That's plenty of time.
So, yeah, but I agree with you, Jay.
Really?
Like, big set pieces for that compress the schedule.
And then the film comes out November of 1985.
November, yeah.
So they're shooting January to May. Film comes out in November. The other thing that they were doing is they went to Africa with full intentions to shoot both movies. So they shot the sequel back to back. So you're right, Russell. January 6th to May 29th is the King Solomon's Mines shoot. And then they're back in production for the sequel June 10th to September of 1985. So, Sharon Stone and Richard Chamberlain, they basically spent a year over in Africa because the director doesn't return for the sequel. John Rhys-Davies, who we'll definitely talk about, doesn't return for the sequel. There is a new cast of characters. Really, I'm pretty sure it's just Richard Chamberlain and Sharon Stone that return for the sequel, if I remember correctly.
That would make sense. I mean, unless Salah's the villain again. I don't like evil Salah. I like Monarch of the Sea, Happy Salah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bad dates, like you always say. Bad dates.
Bad dates. All right, so King Solomon's Mines is directed by J. Lee Thompson, kind of a director for hire. He had done a popular film 1961 called The Guns of Navarro.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I love
he did Conquest and Battle for the Planet of the Apes, 72 and 73. Ended up doing Death Wish 4 with Bronson. But he also directed the original Cape
4.
Fear, 1962, which Scorsese ends up remaking. Does not return for the sequel, as I mentioned. I don't know, not much else to, I think, say. I don't know. Like,
I mean, that had to be a contractual thing versus we didn't like what you did, because that's like those are.
I think he left.
Shoots.
I think J. Lee Thompson decided and left not to. He did not want to do the sequel.
Oh, excuse me. So he was maybe scheduled to do it, and then they had to find. Oh, wow. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, whether he left on his own accord or he was let go, I don't know that information.
Gotcha.
But I will say I think that's maybe the direction of this film is definitely something that is lacking. I think there is parts, as we've saying, that score are great. Sharon Stone, she does a wonderful job with what she's given, but I think if I'm pinpointing parts of the movie that's maybe bring it down, something like the direction is maybe where it's weak.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he was over 70 at the time.
True, that's true. Yeah,
So
it's a lot of work.
I didn't even consider that.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
And you're over in Africa, and it's probably hot as shit. It's just like
well, and how many of these tribes are extras casting, and how many of them we're going actually into the Kalahari, and we're gonna work with real acting tribes.
From what I know, it's a lot of extras. I nothing that I was reading was primarily like, and then we went and hired this real tribe. Now these people may be involved in like,
because that's a lot of numbers too. Now we're talking thousands of people.
Yeah.
I read 4,000 extras. I read
extras. Yeah,
like that's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
$6 a day is what they were paying them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. The main their helper assistant guy, Mbobo. He comes back at the end.
Gwampu.
Mbobo. Yes. So I know him from he's from Gods Must Be Crazy, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, also shot in the same part of the world around the same time.
The Gods Must Be Crazy.
I don't know if either of you have ever seen that.
I have seen it, and I was like, I think I need to revisit this film. I don't know. I don't remember enough about this film to know whether it's
Can that be a bonus
good
episode?
or bad.
Oh, it's spectacular.
It's a great film.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, and there's a sequel, Gods Must Be Crazy.
And what it says about people, and the second one is, you could take that or leave it. That's not really, it doesn't have the same wow effect.
Yes.
But my point was they did use a lot of real local,
real African tribesmen,
native culture. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes, and including even the Bushman, the lead guy, Key, was an actual Bushman who turned actor for the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So King Solomon's Mine is written by Gene Quintano. A weird connection, but he is also the screenwriter for Police Academy 3 and Police Academy 4.
We
covered Police Academy 2 last week. He also wrote and directed Loaded Weapon, the Emilio Estevez, Sam Jackson. I think is it a National Lampoon movie? National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon, I believe, above the title.
Straight up. Yep. Just bought it the other day. Yep.
And Operation Dumbo Drop, which is a strange Disney film. Also written by James R.
Speaking of elephants.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of elephants, yeah. James R. Syke wrote a film, wrote primarily for Canon. Two of note, Revenge of the Ninja, and then one that I have to see. I hadn't heard of it until I watched the Canon documentary. And it's the third film in their Ninja franchise. It's called Ninja 3, The Domination. And their big idea for Ninja 3 was, let's have a female ninja. So the main character, this woman, she is possessed by the spirit of a ninja. And she goes on all these big fights, and the clips in the documentary, I was like, I need to see this fucking movie because Ninja 3, The Domination looks awesome. So I'm definitely going to seek out the Ninja franchise. Either of you seen
Seems like all
Ninja
female
3?
ninjas should be ninjas.
I echo you, Brandon. I saw it in the documentary and I added it to my watch list immediately.
Yeah. It looked awesome, didn't it?
What's it called?
It did.
Ninja 3, The Domination.
Even that title.
No. What's the documentary though?
Oh, the documentary is called Electric Boogaloo. The story of
that's right.
Cannon
Yeah,
film.
yeah. Got it.
Yeah, a reference to Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah,
of course.
The famous joke. Any sequel that you say, you add Electric Boogaloo. What is the? There's a the not Dawn of the Dead. I'm blanking on the vampire movie, the Tarantino. Why the heck am I?
Oh, From Dusk Till Dawn?
From Dusk Till Dawn, yes.
Oh, whoa, sorry.
Yeah,
Robert Rodriguez.
Thank you, Russell. Robert Rodriguez is From Dusk to Dawn. There is a making of documentary that I think has like an Electric Boogaloo reference, or is it Full Tilt Boogie?
Full Tilt Boogie, yeah, that's it.
Full Tilt Boogie maybe is an Electric Boogaloo reference. I'm realizing now, but I thought it was.
It feels like it's tied in there. Yeah, I feel like it.
I
feel like somebody else though has made the same joke.
Yeah, the Electric Boogaloo is the sequel joke. Everything is something to Electric Boogaloo.
Right.
Yeah. So the film stars Richard Chamberlain as our Allan Quartermain. I don't know if it's Richard's fault or if it is purely script. I don't think anything he does or says is funny. Maybe in like a laugh at the movie, and I don't know if it's his performance or something, but like everything falls flat to me. Every quip, every one-liner. Yeah.
I went the other route. I ate it all up. I go, man, I'm just going to go along for the ride, and I enjoyed the shit out of it.
You didn't like the trumpet scene in the train car, Brandon? Like where he plays the trumpet? Like
we were on that train a long time.
Yeah.
That was a long train ride.
Yeah.
I think the only thing from the train that I was like, oh my god, that's incredible, is when he puts the shotgun through the floorboards and he blasts that guy in the balls.
What?
But it's non-violent.
Yeah, this movie is violent as hell.
But particular, it's like the movie is so weird because it goes from being super violent, like the guy getting spiked against the door in the opening scene, the shopkeeper holding the dynamite in his hand and exploding, and we see some sort of dummy explode. That motorcycle crash, and that dummy that's in the motorcycle is like
car. That was brutal.
Like it's like visceral and brutal. Yeah, it's like hard.
I hope it was a dummy. Yeah,
and then
that made me feel like Mad Max.
Yes, it's exactly like Mad Max. And then we have this scene where Quartermain shoots this guy in the crotch through the floorboards, and he flies up in the air like a Looney Tunes character. There's no like blood or gore or anything. It's speed ramped. It is such a weird moment. That being said, absolutely loved it.
I said, who is this movie for? Dark and cartoony.
Yes.
It was violent and dark, yet hilarious and cartoony, like they're making dad jokes and stuff.
My note was, I wrote, the tone of this movie is insane, with an exclamation point.
I liked it. Well, once I got on board, once I understood what it was, I loved it.
That shotgun.
Russell, what were you saying?
Well, I was going to say that shotgun sequence like comes right after this Nazi soldier is telling Jesse's elderly father that he finds him attractive.
Yeah.
And sort of Sharon Stone pipes up thinking he's talking to her, and he's like, I'm not talking to you, but I'm not picky, like
it's
like so crazy. Like who comes up with this stuff?
Weird. Like every decision in this movie is so strange.
The stunts. He like somebody was really under a train for some of that stuff. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
They were really climbing under the train under that thing. That was crazy.
And then he does the one thing that Indiana Jones would never do. Allan Quartermain loses his hat and never gets it back. Indy would always get his
you're
hat.
right.
Indy would catch his hat.
You're right.
Or somebody would give it to him.
I just watched it in preparation for this movie. I watched a lot of crappy treasure hunting movies to prep myself for it, and Dial of Destiny was one of them. And literally, that movie ends with him grabbing his hat.
That leopard, fur on the fedora always bothered me as a kid. Though I just I was kind of happy the hat was gone because I just wanted the pure fedora. I wanted the Indy fedora. So,
it's a little goofy looking. Like even on the poster,
it's feminine. The print is feminine of the scarf on the thing, I think.
And it's like quite loud, right? Like it's just it's like it draws the eye, right? If it's not Richard Chamberlain's like chiseled dyed beard drawing your eye, it's the fabric on his hat. There was lots of things in the movie that I was having tons of fun with. I did enjoy the goofiness of it from like a bad movie, enjoyment, a so bad it's good type vibe. But I don't know, there was just something about, I did not like the Allan Quartermain character, and maybe part of it is because everything he's doing, I am comparing him to Indiana Jones, who that's
tough because that's tough. Who's going to win that one?
My other note.
Do you know Richard Chamberlain from anything else? Because as a kid, I grew up not liking him, and then I didn't mind Today in this movie.
No,
okay.
I had to.
He was in like a lot of romantic movie of the weeks when I was a kid.
He's in the Three Musketeers.
Do you remember that, Russell? I don't know how old you are. But...
Yeah, I'm 45. So
we're close. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, like Shogun, I guess. I didn't watch The Thornbirds.
Yeah. No,
this was my introduction to Richard Chamberlain.
He was in movie of the weeks all the time.
Yeah, Towering Inferno, 1974. He apparently is the original.
He was in that.
Jason.
I forgot he was in that.
He apparently is the original Jason Bourne, because there was
I read that.
A Bourne Identity show, a TV miniseries in 1988. And then he's in one episode of the Twin Peaks: The Return. So I have to note that. I don't really remember him. He's I think in like a courtroom or something. But yeah, I don't know him from anything.
I'll put in a plug for an amazing movie of his that I discovered sort of prepping for this podcast, and it's the movie he does right before King Solomon's Mines. That's Peter Weir's The Last Wave. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. It's like a hidden gem for sure. I'd highly recommend people check it out. The Last Wave, like you would not.
Yeah, I believe it's like 1977 or something.
1977, yeah.
Yeah.
His performance there and his performance in King Solomon's Mines, you wouldn't think it was the same guy. Just amazing film. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Back to what Brandon was saying about direction, I do feel like a lot of the performances of this were not what the actors were capable of. It's just what was drawn out of them for the purposes of this film.
Exactly right. We know what Sharon Stone is capable of. Sharon Stone becomes an icon of the 90s. Now, granted, it is like the basic instinct of it all, but she's a very talented. Exactly, she's a very talented actress, and she can deliver. So I don't fully blame her or Richard Chamberlain for this film, which is why I if I have to blame somebody, I maybe blaming the writers or the directors. I wanted
Both.
to, I wanted
throw the editor under the bus too while we're at it.
Yeah, there's some bad edits for sure.
This is what I wanted.
There's a few places that I think it could have been tightened up. Yes.
This is what I wanted to say. My other note was I am so much more impressed by Indiana Jones now, because it just makes you realize how tight that movie is, how great the writing is, how great the filmmaking is, and how great of an actor and a movie star Harrison Ford is, right? Everything everything has to go right for a movie to hit. There is so many different aspects to making a film that, one or two things could go wrong, and then you can get, a King Solomon's Mines. But when everything sort of kind of goes right, you get Indiana Jones. It's just like, it's that like lightning in a bottle. Like, what are the elements that make Indiana Jones the classic that we love and rewatch and can't get enough of and are obsessed with? And what makes King Solomon's Mines kind of laughable, kind of like hokey, like what are the big differences? Because these two, Raiders and King Solomon, they're so similar.
So similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I go to Harrison Ford on that one. Obviously, it's across the board. Obviously, things are better. But really, at the end of the day, yeah, I put Indiana Jones on Harrison Ford. I mean, if we didn't care about him, the rest doesn't matter.
Yeah, what's the sliding doors Tom Selleck version of Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah, right.
Have you guys ever seen those audition footage?
Yeah.
I've seen screen grabs of it. I don't think I've ever seen any footage, no.
Yeah, I think he's with
But I do like
Allan.
that Chippendales are dressing like both Magnum and Indiana Jones.
Yes.
I always thought that was cute.
Yeah, Rescue Rangers, Chippendales Rescue Rangers. Yeah, famously, one is dressed as Indiana Jones and one is like Hawaiian shirt, much more Magnum PI, which is a funny, Tom Selleck reference. But I think you can find the Tom Selleck Indiana Jones, test footage online. And if I remember correctly, I think he's with Karen Allen. I can't remember who's in it. But it's really interesting because it just doesn't have the same presence. It doesn't have the same gravitas, that Harrison does bring to that character.
I feel like if we're going to go with the less is more mantra, Richard Chamberlain does not fill that box. He's pretty big as a Indiana Jones. He's making dad jokes. He's dancing. Like, there's a lot going on with him. Also, he uses a lot of guns. Like, no whip. I'm just going to bring my shotgun.
Yeah.
A lot of quips, though.
Apparently, there's a deleted scene where they use the whip in the sequel. I learned that.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay.
They decided to
I can't wait to watch
out.
the sequel now.
The sequel is comparable. I think it's like the exact same tone-wise.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, they made them back to back, so they barely got to see. Well, actually, when did I say that they ended? September. Yeah, they didn't even get to see
October
the finished product of King Solomon's Mines before finishing shooting the sequel.
Yeah. This sounds very much like Back to the Future 2 and 3, how they shot them consecutively.
Yeah.
And they were editing one while they were shooting the other.
Yeah, famously, Zemeckis is filming during the day and then, helicopter to edit at night and then helicopter back to be there first thing in the morning to shoot part 3.
He would take a helicopter to the airport and then fly back and forth from Sonoma. I think he was doing the helicopter back and forth even here in LA because he couldn't afford 5 minutes of traffic. That's crazier to me. Him doing tangent.
No. Welcome to
Zemeckis doing part 2 and 3 right on the heels of Roger Rabbit. To me, is one of those, like, he had no downtime off of Roger Rabbit before going right into parts 2 and 3.
I mean,
and then
maybe
to do
there's
it the way he did it is more impressive to me than Michael J. Fox with the Family Ties and the Back to the Future at Night thing. Like, they're both impressive, but
maybe there's something
a director and having to edit
to be said with striking while the iron's hot, right? Like, Back to the Future is the number one movie of 1985. He has Roger Rabbit, which does well and is very, very popular, and certain people, they get to that level of writer director and like that's all they want to do. They just want to make this stuff and they're getting the opportunities to do it. So
I'll sleep some other time.
Well, that's what I was just going to say is that Michael J. Fox's mentality for Back to the Future and the family ties of it all is like he didn't have a family. He hadn't met his wife yet. He hadn't had kids. This was like, go hard to build this career. He's got this opportunity. He's on the most popular TV show, and now he's making what turns out to be the best film. My cards are showing. The number one film of 1985. But he's putting in the effort and the energy and the time because he's been given this opportunity and he's not going to squander it. And I guess the same can be said for King Solomon's Mines.
I just wanted to add, like, partially on the success of Romancing the Stone, which is another film that can fit easily into this cycle of films, right? Like a $10 million film that made 115 in the box office. Like
exactly. That's the turning
Zemeckis
point.
Was cashing in as well. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, because before Romancing the Stone is Used Cars.
Used Cars. And then there was one before that I can't remember that they wrote together, but they
hand.
Also wrote 1940. That's it. And they wrote 1941.
Hand. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they wrote 1941. Yeah.
Which I love, but it's, not fantastic.
Yeah, it's
I do love used cars though. I stand by used cars. I love used cars.
I like used cars. Yeah, I like used cars.
There's some great stuff in used cars.
1941 to me is just like too long and too too bloated and too.
There's no payoff. Yeah, it's a bunch of vignettes. It's a bunch of fantastic vignettes that there's not really a payoff.
And a bunch of fantastic people, right? Like it's maybe that's part of it too. It's just like there's like too many good
cavalcade
people.
Of stars.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, from John Candy to the wife from Jaws and Ned Beatty, like it's insane the cast of that movie.
Yeah.
But now I want to watch it again just because we're talking about it.
Oh, yes, Richard Chamberlain.
This has been the Spielberg portion of the podcast.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for joining us on Spielberg Hour. All right, so Sharron Stone, we sort of alluded, we've heard some Sharron Stone stories. Sharron Stone, early in her career, as I mentioned, 1987, she appears in Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol, which we talked a little bit about last week. You had mentioned Casino, 1995, Basic Instinct, 92, Total Recall, 1990, a film that I love, and we talk about this gentleman on the show very often, but she is the titular muse in Albert Brooks's The Muse. Have you seen this film, Russell?
I have not seen it, no.
This is a fun one. A lot of Albert Brooks's movies are Hollywood movies, but this is a movie about a Hollywood screenwriter, and his friend Jeff Bridges is also playing a screenwriter, just won an Academy Award. Albert Brooks's character is kind of on the downswing in his writing career, and Jeff Bridges sort of tells him like, well, the reason I got that, the reason I was able to write that script and win the award was I have a muse. She's descendant from the original muses, the Greek gods. And she sort of inspires me. And so Jeff Bridges sets Albert Brooks up with the muse, and the muse is played by Miss Sharron Stone. This movie is
I love
awesome.
This movie.
I love this movie so much. I think it's an
and then it turns out it's not just them. It's like everybody uses her. She's like
everybody.
Like
Rob
the
Reiner
secret of the indactry.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic film. A lot of fun.
Great cameos.
Yes, lots of great backlot filming as well, right? Because he's going to meetings on different film lots. So, highly recommend it. Sharron Stone also famously is the voice in a family-friendly animated insect classic that stars a canceled actor. Any guesses as to what film that is? Yes, you're correct. Stacey? It's Ants. Not to be confused.
Oh, is that the one with Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
No, not to be confused with the other family-friendly insect animated feature starring a canceled actor, A Bug's Life, starring Kevin Spacey.
Who's in that one?
Woody Allen.
Oh shit!
Sorry,
Oh.
that was a bit that I thought of earlier today.
I wish I didn't step all over.
It's all good. Sharon Stone is a voice in Ants. And yes, Ants and A Bug's Life both come out the exact same year. Very famous story. Jeffrey Katzenberg leaves Disney to go and start DreamWorks Animation, and he has the knowledge that the next Pixar film is going to be this ant movie, this bug-related movie. And so they try to do the canon films and try to beat them to the box office.
Nice.
By creating Ants. Now, I have not watched this movie in a very, very long time. I watched it a lot when I was a kid. Patrick Warburton is in this movie. That's kind of what I remember the most. I love Patrick Warburton, iconic voice actor. Today.
That's funny.
Yeah, Woody Allen,
Big
Sharon Stone, Sylvester Stallone,
over
Gene
California.
Hackman. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to do that joke.
Wow.
Any other Sharon Stone performances that anybody else loves?
Well, I was going to ask you guys if you've even seen Basic Instinct.
I
don't think I've ever actually seen it.
I was gonna rewatch it before this episode, but I didn't get a chance to. But it's going on my watch pile because I gotta rewatch it. This is my ice pick edition.
I remember how mega that movie was. Like that was like just so freaking huge at the time. But I was I was too young to like see it for what it was. So I think I probably saw like that clip was always on the news and they were always making fun of it and stuff. But I don't think I've ever actually seen it. Is it a? It doesn't matter. I guess I'll watch it. I'm curious. Is it like a Fatal Attraction where she just is so fucking in love with him that she can't leave him alone, or is it like? I guess I don't know what the hell it's about.
I don't.
Okay,
remember
I'll watch
all
it.
I don't remember all the details. I haven't seen it for a very, very long time.
It's amazing. Like it's Paul Verhoeven at his the height of his powers, and she's the sinister force. Like she's amazing.
I remember her stabbing.
Oh, murder. Got it.
Yes, it's murder.
Got it. Murder mystery. Got it.
And who else is in this movie? Wayne Knight, aka Dennis Nedry, because
so I only know that from the scene.
Yes, exactly.
Or Newman for me. Yeah,
he's the one in that scene. Yes, Newman, of course. And then I do have to shout this out, even though again it stars another canceled person, but she is in the Disaster Artist.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
Me too. I love this film so much. I love The Room. She plays she plays Greg Sestero's agent in this film, and she's wonderful. This movie is amazing. But
right. So wait, who's canceled from that movie?
James Franco.
Oh, duh. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got it. I forgot. So he's so good in that movie. I kind of forgot it was him because he's that fucking artist guy. He's so good.
Yeah.
And then you watch the behind the scenes with the real people, and you're like, holy shit, he's so good.
Yeah. I've been obsessed with The Room for a very, very long time. Been to many, many Room screenings at the place where Russell and I saw Nirvana the band to show the movie, the Rio Theater.
Yep.
No way.
It actually has a very it was much more exciting many years ago when James Franco wasn't gross, but James Franco was in town shooting The Interview with Seth Rogen, the Sony leak film, the film that ended up being canceled because of all the Sony leak controversy.
It wasn't canceled, buddy. It came out.
Oh, it came out. I saw it.
For all of that shit.
I own it. Yeah. I saw it in theaters at a special screening. Anyway, so
we could do a whole episode just on that because the behind the scenes of that is so insane.
Yeah, it's
that shit
crazy
got
story.
So everybody, dear Lord,
he was in town.
That's what the Sony hack was all about.
Yes,
was because of that.
Exactly.
Right.
He was in town shooting that movie. Came to a screening of The Room, I sat in the same row as him. We were in the front row together. He was at the end. I was at the other end.
As
but
who?
I was like, oh my, as James Franco. James Franco came to the screening of The Room.
Oh, okay.
Sure. And Greg Sestero, who plays Mark in The Room, had written a book, The Disaster Artist, and he was there to present the screening of The Room. And as lore goes, it was at this screening of The Room that James Franco went back, met Greg Sestero, optioned the book, said, I want to make it a movie, and ended up making the film The Disaster Artist. So,
wow, cool.
So you were pivotal in that role. I was making that all happen.
Exactly. I made it all happen.
Obviously there are so many mixed things with him, but I will say that one of my favorite professional things that I ever worked on was This Is the End. And it was one of Nicole's most proud of, she was most proud of. You know, we weren't working with him. We were with Craig and Seth and Evan and Danny and stuff. But it still was, I'm still so proud of that thing, even though he's in it.
Yeah. I
and then back it up like 10 years. Yeah.
I rewatched it last year and I had such a great time. Like,
it's still hilarious. I know.
Funny.
I know.
Yeah.
We mentioned David E. Kelly's The Practice before. One of the girls on that show her name was Marla Sokoloff from like Dude, Where's My Car and stuff. But he used to date her, so he would come to like rap parties and stuff, and we're all like, "Oh, cool, you're that guy. It's James.
You're
Dean
the
or
Green
whatever.
Goblin."
That's cool." And he was. Yeah, in fact, you know what's funny, Brandon? So I'm not a Spider-Man guy, but where we were was in the rotunda. This is where the rap party was. It was in the rotunda at the Museum of Natural History downtown LA by USC, which is where that scene happened. That's where they're at the field trip with the big fucking sculpture in the middle. It's where the kid gets bit by the spider.
Oh, in the first one.
And that's where we were. Funny. Yeah.
That's funny.
But somebody got in a fight with him, and whatever. He was always kind of a problem even back then.
All right, and that concludes all the James.
I like his brother, though. His brother's funny
on our show. Yeah, love Dave Franco. Dave Franco.
What do we have? Anybody got Kevin Spacey? Anything? Cosby?
Yeah.
Anybody want to say?
I love Seven, but it's hard to watch now. Oh. I love Baby Driver. Yeah. Hard to watch now.
I've never seen that one. Is he in that?
Yes, and he's really good in it. Sucks.
Okay, I've heard that's a great movie. I've never seen it.
It's a lot of fun.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. What do you like Baby Driver, Russell?
Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan of Edgar Wright, mostly, his earlier work with.
Yeah, I was just my follow-up question is like, what have you thought about the last couple Edgar Wright films?
Not for me. Yeah, I like the Cornetto trilogy. That's the sweet spot for me. And Spaced, the TV show. Love that show.
Yeah, Last Night in Soho was okay, and I really did not like The Running Man. I
haven't seen it.
Oh, the remake of The Running Man?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I don't know. Like I used to be such like a huge fan of Edgar Wright, and I like him as a person. The way he like talks about film and physical media and does all these like rep screenings and is always talking about other filmmakers and promoting other people's projects, but I just don't think he's making movies the same way that he was making movies like the Cornetto trilogy, working with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. It's just not the same.
I feel like he lost me with Scott Pilgrim. And I know there's lots of people that love that film.
Oh,
I love that film.
Yeah, and maybe I'm an outlier, but like for me, that was a turning point into, a different territory.
Oh, interesting. Well, one day you and I will have to have a conversation about Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll get
Nicole and I didn't like that one either.
Really?
And she used to work with she when that kid was nobody on Superbad and whatever and Arrested Development.
Michael Cera?
I can't think of his name right now. Michael Cera, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Canadian.
And so we kind of both wanted to watch it. Yeah, and so she knew him. So we're promoting Children's Hospital while he's promoting that movie down at Comic-Con, and we're like, blah, blah, blah. We're so excited to watch it, and we both were like, what the fuck?
I love Scott Pilgrim so much.
Really?
That's interesting, yeah.
Maybe I should give it another shot, because I trust your opinion.
We'll have a bonus episode.
Same taste, but usually I enjoy what you tell me to watch.
Yeah, we'll have a bonus episode where Russell, Jay, and I get down and deep into with Scott Pilgrim rewatch. Okay,
right.
so
Sounds
anything
good.
else on Sharon Stone? Any other performances or anything that anybody wants to, or even moments from King Solomon?
I'm going to ask the same question about because I think I saw the remake, but I don't think I've ever seen the original Total Recall, and I know she's the girl in that. Worth
Yes.
it? The Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I
Another
own it. I
Verhoeven.
just don't know that I've ever watched it. Oh my God, you're right.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
does he have a Sharon Stone thing? He must.
Apparently, yeah.
Cool. A lot of people do. So another thing,
she's awesome.
Brandon, since we're both fans of all, I agree. Did you know that she used to date Gary Shandling?
Really?
No, I didn't know
man.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What an interesting couple.
Yeah.
You
could probably find it on YouTube, but when they first put Larry Sanders out on the talk show out on DVD, there was all these rights issues with his former manager Brad Gray and stuff that we don't need to get into. But so he tried to pepper it with all these bonus features, and because Gary Shandling's such a real guy, they're not really bonus features so much as he decided to go revisit people from his life and then just bring a camera and then just sit.
Interesting.
So there's all these little vignettes of him with different people and all his handwritten notes that, of course, became the Judd Apatow documentary. But one of them is him going to Sharon Stone's house, and they sit in her guest house and they eat an omelet that their chef prepared for them, and they literally awkwardly reminisce and awkwardly flirt back and forth about what it was like and why they broke up and why they aren't dating anymore. It's awkward and awesome and totally real.
Wow.
I wonder if it's on my
super cool stuff.
I wonder. Ironically, my Larry Sanders complete collection is next to my Spaced up on my shelf.
Oh
What are
yeah.
the chances?
Nice.
That is weird. I wonder if that's
so
on
it
there.
might still be included in that. It might be. If not, there is just a highlights of Larry Sanders or the best of, which actually came out first before they had rights to put out the entire series, and it was definitely on that because that's where he peppered him in. Okay,
Yeah.
if you do, it's definitely there. Otherwise, I bet it's on YouTube, and now I want to rewatch it, so I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Because it's all of them. It's like him with Seinfeld in New York. It's him with a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
It's cool.
All right. Anything else, Sharon Stone? Let's move on to our connecting tissue between the Indiana Jones and the King Solomon's Mines, Mr. John Rhys-Davies. What's that, Jay?
Oh, perfect. Well, in the chat here, we have somebody who said, Brian Stedman said, Harrison Ford actually stapled his fedora to his head. And I said, what? Because I don't believe that to be true. That sounds like a Weekend at Bernie's kind of a thing, right? And he said, there's a video out there showing Harrison Ford stapling his fedora to his head with an industrial stapler.
It's a joke.
For a horse riding scene. It's crazy. I think that's a joke also.
Yes.
This wouldn't actually happen.
Yes, I've seen that clip. Yeah, he's doing a bit. Yeah.
All right, so Brian Stidham, we think that this is a joke. We think it was a put on. Thank you.
Yeah, I think he's doing a bit. Yeah, so how interesting is it that John Rhys-Davies is in this movie? Like, I understand from the
it's not a
working
mistake
actor's point of view, I was thinking about the timeline of John Rhys-Davies is in Raiders of the Lost Ark, but they don't bring him back for Temple of Doom. So in his mind, he's like, I'm not coming back, right? So, what else are we going to do? What other work is there, right? Got to feed my family. Got to pay my mortgage.
Sliders doesn't come on until 92.
Exactly. And, obviously he does come back for Last Crusade, but that's not till 1989. So we're still a couple of years away from Last Crusade.
Gotta take the work.
Exactly. Like
he looked like he was even brought the wardrobe with him, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he does.
I understand why Canon Films asked him, and I completely understand why John Rhys-Davies said yes. It is just, I think it's probably.
I almost wonder if they had to make him a bad guy to be different.
Yeah,
like he can't be, fucking Allan's helper.
Oh yeah, no, totally. He can't be the guide through the city. Exactly.
Right.
Showing him where to
Allan,
dig.
come this way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do think it's one of the most interesting things about this movie and the sort of the Indiana clones, as we've been talking about, what better way to like get young Russell invested and excited in renting this movie than to have one of the people from the Indiana Jones movie in the movie, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For me, it was instant credibility. I think that's why they put him in the first scene.
Yeah, you're
before
totally
we even see
right.
Allan Quartermain, we've got Sallah.
We've seen Sallah, exactly. That is such a tactic. You're absolutely right. Yes. So John Rhys-Davies, as we've already said, famously plays Sallah in both Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade, as well as he does make an appearance in Dial of Destiny. He's like, I love Sallah.
He's great on
so
sliders.
much.
I maintain.
Yes, that is a show that I haven't really seen a ton of, but I have seen random episodes.
Did you ever watch Quantum Leap? It's like Team Quantum Leap.
Yeah, I never watched Quantum Leap. I know about Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap was rad. Yeah.
Is Quantum?
But anyway, yeah, you're right.
Totally.
It's a Back to the Future. Let's go. See how we can change things. Yeah. Cool.
Is Quantum Leap the Scott Bakula show?
Yeah, and
Okay,
Dean Stockwell. It's fucking fantastic.
I think I know
that kind of changed television a little bit at the time. It was a very big idea.
Is the theme like?
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay,
you got it. You got it.
Okay.
Oh boy! Every episode starts with "Oh boy."
Here's a story. This is why I know that theme. So, if people are following along at BC DeLorean, I'm building a Blockbuster video in my garage right now. There's a whole section of our garage that I'm turning into a Blockbuster, and it's coming along great. It's looking good. Just recently, I from a friend, our past and future guest Andy Owen, who was on our Commando episode. He has a store out in Vancouver,
nice.
And he found an in-store tape reel. So it's for video stores, and it's a 90-minute MCA
for
Universal
play.
Yes, that you put in your video system at your store, and it plays the trailers, and it plays all the upcoming, it tells you about all the movies that are coming out. And
Cool.
Quantum Leap is on it, and they use the song multiple times on the tape. And so just for fun, while I was working in the garage the other day after I got the tape from Andy, I put it in so that I could, listen to it and see what was on the tape on the TV that I have kind of in the Blockbuster area. And that Quantum Leap theme got stuck in my head because it plays so many times over the course of the tape. So
it does.
I can't believe
it's also like
Leap
2-minute song, like the opening of the show.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. It's Back to the Future, the TV series. It's really great. It's worth it.
Yeah. I really only know it too from
pushing all these 40-year-old franchises.
One of my favorite TV shows, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There is a famous episode called The Gang Turns Black, which is a musical episode.
The first episode, isn't it?
No.
The gang goes racist is the first one. Okay, yeah. Okay, I know the one you're talking about.
Yes. Later in the series, The Gang Turns Black is a musical episode inspired by The Wiz, but at one point they go and they find Scott Bakula, and he's trapped.
It's real.
Yes, and it's actually Scott Bakula. Yeah,
you're 100% right, and they're referencing that show. 100%. Yes. That's the best.
He sings a little song. Yeah. That episode is unbelievable. So funny. Oh my God. John Rhys-Davies. So obviously Sallah, Indiana Jones, and Gimli, Lord of the Rings. I think people are either a Indiana Jones, John Rhys-Davies fans, or they are a Lord of the Rings John Rhys-Davies fan.
But not both. I agree with you.
I don't know. Maybe that's true. Because I'm
not a Lord of the Rings fan, but I will eat up Indiana Jones.
I am also not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, but that is because I just have a proclivity to fantasy. I just don't. It just doesn't do anything for me. I'm so Star Wars. I'm so sci-fi. Indiana Jones is I guess it's an adventure film. It's not fantasy. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
What about you,
Because the things that
Russell?
are happening fantasy are supposed to be real.
Yeah. What's your Lord of the Rings level?
Yeah, I mean, I've come to appreciate it more. Like, I watched those like 4-hour documentaries about how they made that film,
Yeah.
and just like my appreciation just like went tenfold for it.
Yeah.
You know, the budget they had, the time they had to shoot it, and what they achieved, like pretty incredible. And you know, the Gimli performance, he's kind of like comic relief, but you know, it's grown on me over the years. But I'm definitely a Sala first,
Yeah.
Gimli second.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I
The one thing I
truly
like is that
appreciate-
toss the elf, toss me. Don't tell the elf, toss me.
And my axe.
That's the only part I thought was funny.
I truly appreciate the films and Peter Jackson's work, and everybody Weta Workshop. Like, there's some really incredible effects in that movie, groundbreaking stuff with all of the, you know, the Gollum, Andy Serkis mocap, like incredible. But it's just never, I never feel the like, oh, I gotta pop on, you know, the Lord of the Rings movies once a year. I gotta go there and back again with my boys, right?
I'm going to spontaneously pop in 12 hours worth of fucking cinema.
Yeah, but I will do that with Star Wars or Indiana Jones, right? Like those are.
You're right.
Those are.
You're right. I would do it with Indy. You're right.
Once a year, I'm like, man, I gotta hit that Indy trilogy at some point, right? So it's
Can I ask you guys a question about Indy as a trilogy? Have you ever done it have you ever done it in chronological order, where you start with Temple, then you watch Raiders, then you watch Last Crusade? Because
maybe
if you
people
do, it is a
maybe people don't know
spectacular
that.
watch.
So some people may
It could not
know.
get better because, like, you're starting with the weak one. Go ahead. So this is
Some
for you,
people may
Brandon.
not know. I wish I had.
Back in the day when I used to work in Hollywood with your
I'm
friends
gonna
at the bar.
I can't. 1 sec. Let me make you big here.
Your
can't
friends from the
see.
bar you mentioned.
Oh! It's Always Sunny. You're finding It's Always Sunny photos. Man, I want to visit that set so bad. I love that set. I'm gonna grab something. Give me 1 second.
Okay, we'll wait here. Russell, so he said you're Western Canada, is that right?
Yeah, I'm based in Victoria, so on Vancouver Island.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
A ferry
Awesome.
ride
That must
away
be
from
very
Vancouver.
tranquil.
It is. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Okay, so if people don't know, technically, Temple of Doom is a prequel. It canonically takes place before Raiders of the Lost Ark. So these are a series of Indiana Jones releases that came out around the same time as the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. You can find them at the thrift store. They're a yellow
Same
spine.
set, totally.
They're a yellow spine version. But the interesting thing, because they were connecting to the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, they put chapter numbers on the spines of all of the tapes. And if you look at these spines, you can see, let me make myself big here 1 second.
We'd all love to see that.
So we've got spines there.
Inappropriate. Yep, there you go.
Focus.
Ooh.
Come on.
Maybe you can read it to us. It had it for a second.
Yeah, it wants to do it for maybe.
Oh, there you go. 23,
So
24, 25. Temple,
we've got the
Raiders,
chapter
Last
numbers
Crusade.
there. Exactly. So the other thing that it has is it on the back of all of these tapes, it shows the years. So if we go Temple of Doom, it says Shanghai.
When it takes place.
Yes, Shanghai in the Himalayas, 1935. And then we go to Raiders of the Lost Ark. We see Amazon, Egypt, 1936. So, you know, obviously release order is Raiders, Temple, Last Crusade, but story order is Temple, Raiders, Last Crusade. And when I found that out, it completely blew my mind because it makes so much sense. Why would Indy go on this adventure with Marion and then all of a sudden be kind of with Willie Scott in the second one? It just never made sense.
It's the missing link.
Yes.
It's the missing link to the whole thing. Now it makes sense.
So, yes. So now if you actually watch the Indiana Jones in story order, it's a perfect trilogy. I mean, it always was a perfect trilogy.
Oh man, I love hearing you say that. I completely agree. I tell anybody who gets a chance to watch them in order, and then it's just enjoyable because on its own, starting with Temple of Doom, it's a fine movie. It's just after one of the best movies of all time. Yeah, not much holds up.
Yeah, it is just a very different tone. It's been analyzed and discussed many times over, but at that time, Spielberg was going through a divorce, so he was in a very different headspace, and he made a dark movie. It's a very dark film. It's my least favorite of the original trilogy. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
But I'm curious where you guys land actually on your Indiana Jones original trilogy. My favorite Indiana Jones is Last Crusade, hands down. I love that movie. I could watch that movie every single day. I have so much fun. What about you guys? Your favorite original trilogy indie film? You
go, Russell.
I'm the same. Last Crusade is right up there as one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm biased. I saw that one first. So, and I actually saw Temple second and Raiders last.
Interesting. So, backwards.
Wow.
It's probably blasphemous to say, but I do have a pretty strong affinity for Temple as well. But Last Crusade is peak indie for me.
Yeah. What about you, Jay?
Well, I think I probably saw them in order, but I didn't see them in the theater until Last Crusade. I did see Last Crusade in the theater, but this is where the couple years older might play a role here because, I was aware of Raiders and I did see it first, so I lived in a world where Raiders was all that we had, and there was no Last Crusade yet. So, it's unquestionable that I do them in order now, where I start with Temple and then go to Raiders and then go to Last Crusade. That's just the order for me, period.
Yeah.
And I do think that, I don't know, I got to put 1 and 3 as a tie. I got to put Raiders and Last Crusade as a tie if we can do that, because I feel like they're companion pieces. I feel like one is a companion piece to the other because it's the religious artifact in the first one. A Christian religious artifact in the first one, and then it's the Christian artifact in the third one, and it's the connection with the Father. It's the full circle. I feel like one needs the other. It's like Godfather 2 is probably better than Godfather 1, but it doesn't exist without Godfather 1.
And I always say the work that the first film in a franchise or a trilogy, let's say, does, setting all of the rules of the world, the groundwork, the characters, it is kind of hard to compare. I use the example of Back to the Future a lot because all of the work that Back to the Future 1 is doing so that they can play with the format in 2 and 3 is what makes those films great. And that's why Back to the Future is always my favorite. I say it's my favorite of the franchise because you can't have the success of 2 and 3 without what Back to the Future 1 did. And I guess that can be tied to the Indiana Jones trilogy, but there's just something about Last Crusade. I don't know if it's just the Indy and his father thing.
It's Sean Connery and Harrison Ford too. They are perfect together.
Yeah, they are.
When they're just dad.
Yeah,
I mean, it's amazing. The chemistry is unreal. Yeah, you're right. It's another perfect movie. I just, because it's the second one that's like kind of a sequel to the first one, I don't know how to play that one. And then I used to think that the Crystal Skulls was like the weak offering, and now I watch that and consider it canon with the first 3 just because 5 is so off the wall.
Yeah.
That Dial of Destiny is rough, man.
I'm a Crystal Skull Dial of Destiny defender. I understand it has its weak points, but I had fun watching Dial of Destiny.
Okay.
I have to.
I just rewatched it, so it's fresh in mind.
Okay. I have to revisit it again. There's things about it that I don't like, but
okay.
The Mads Mikkelsen of it all, I really like Mads Mikkelsen in it, and there's particularly one scene. I believe they're on the submarine. Is
that the Nazi, the guy?
Yes. Mads Mikkelsen is the big bad.
From Casino Royale.
Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome.
There's
he plays Schmidt, the famous guy who's supposed to be a Nazi who launched the rockets at NASA, who's the real guy.
Oh yes, one of the
but he's supposed to be that
guy. There's a scene. I believe it's on Antonio Banderas's boat. You know, they've sort of infiltrated.
Yep.
They're talking to Indy. They have to get the dial, but the way that Mads Mikkelsen plays that character, being excited to talk to another person who studies archaeology and history, like. I was like, the nuance of that performance and particularly that scene, like really stuck with me of like, oh my God, even though they're opposing forces, Mads Mikkelsen realizes that Indiana Jones is his contemporary, and he's kind of like excited that they're like discovering things together. I don't know. It was just, it really, really stuck with me. I was like, this is cool. Like, this is what I love about Indiana Jones, is that even the bad guys are like history buffs, and they're excited about geeking out over history with each other.
I definitely agree. But now we're talking about some of the good stuff in it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of rough stuff too.
Yeah. All right, John Rhys-Davies, bringing us back. One thing that I love about John Rhys-Davies is he is the narrator for Wild Boys, the Steve-O Chris Pontius TV show. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know. No, I did not know that.
Yes,
it came out after Jackass. I remember that.
Yeah. Wow. He's the narrator on Wild Boys.
Wow. Coming up tonight. Like, what does that mean? The narrator.
He like
watch this one get kicked in the balls.
Well, Wild Boys. Have you guys never seen Wild Boys? Did you guys never watch?
No,
Wild
I
Boys?
can't remember what it's about.
Okay, so Wild
I just think
Boys,
of the Party Boy, and I think of that.
Yeah, so it is Chris Pontius, Party Boy, and Steve-O, and it is full of the most insane stunts. But it's kind of like, I guess the pitch is like, what if Jackass did a nature show? Because they go out into nature and they're meeting some like real people out in the world, and they're doing some wild stuff. But it's kind of like, it's like with animals, and like it's crazy that I can't believe that. Like Jackass is already like, I can't believe that they're doing this on television, but Wild Boys is really like, oh my God, I cannot believe they got to do this on television.
Whole nother thing.
It's
well, that's timely too, with the final Jackass coming out soon.
Yeah, so there's the Wild Boys.
Oh, look at you! Got the whole collection.
Everything's within arm's
I did love that
tonight.
Viva La Bam in the beginning. I was a big fan of that one.
I'm such a massive Jackass fan. I've got all the Viva La Bams.
Are you?
Oh God, it's.
Oh, I never knew
Jackass.
that.
I love Jackass so much.
Go
ahead.
No, I was there when they shot all of part 2, because they did it all at Paramount, well, out and around Paramount, when we were doing Everybody Hates Chris. So I got to hang out with a lot of those guys. I got a Johnny Knoxville belt buckle with the skull and crutches.
Yeah, I just rewatched all of the films, including all the .5s, like, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago.
.5s are where it's at.
Yeah.
Even
very,
Nicole
very
loved
excited.
these. She was like, they're undeniable. They're undeniable. She said, anytime I'm in a bad mood, just put any movie with Johnny Knoxville's face on it, and it will change me, because there's something about that. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass. And it's just like, you can't, and you hear pow, 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 and you just can't take life too seriously.
For me, it's like obviously like the stunts are like crazy fun to watch, but I've always talked about like the camaraderie that group of people has.
Yeah, for me, it's about
so infectious. Yeah. Like they really do.
You want to be part
of
the gang.
Yes, exactly. That's how you feel when you're watching Jackass, is you feel part of the family. So I got to meet Steve-O. He came to Chilliwack on his tour, and
nice.
He has a big bus with like a picture of him on the side of it, and I knew that the bus would be parked outside of the theater, and I just wanted to go see the bus in person. I was going to the show that night, and I was like, I'm just gonna drive by, and I'm just gonna go and just see the bus. And I park my car, and as I get out of my car to like take a picture of the bus, who walks out of the front door with his morning coffee is Steve-O. And he could not he could not have been nicer. He was like, hey man, or hey dude. He's like, you want a picture? Took a picture, and I told him I was coming to the show. He's like, cool, thanks for coming. And then he was just so great. So I did get to meet Steve-O. He was a super cool guy.
Steve-O's best friend was my friend who passed away last year, Sam Macaroni, the director who did that DeLorean Time Machine documentary that never came out.
Wait,
and so Steve-O was there, Pauly Shore was there every day, Billy Zane was there. And
sorry, what was the name of your friend who passed away?
His name is Sam Macaroni, and he was an actor too, but he was a director, did a bunch of stuff. It was early YouTube as well, but like he and Steve-O kind of just always made videos together. And so he and Steve-O were best friends.
Yeah.
But so anyway, 11 days in the hospital while our friend is passing away this time last year or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So, having seen him a little bit here and there over the years at a Super Bowl party or on the lot at the Paramount or whatever was different than like, oh, our friend's lying here and dying. So it was a little bit more real, and you could see the less punky, pranky Jackass version where it's like, oh, here's a real dude, and he's what you were talking about, like just an awesome real person.
Yeah. Man, I am amazed at the tangents we go on this show. I'm shocked sometimes. How the fuck?
I have a Forrest Gump life too, so I tend to do it. I apologize. I really do. I tend to steer us off course.
It always feels natural, but we get so deep into some that I'm just like, how did we get... Oh, Wild Boys. John Rhys-Davies and Wild Boys. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. He's the... Tonight on Wild Boys.
So John Rhys-Davies is John Rhys-Davies in this film. He is giving like the exact same energy to Dugotti. Dugotti is his character's name in King Solomon's, as he's given to Sala, as he's given to Gimli. He's doing all of it.
It's just inverted energy, right? He's like a mean, angry guy. This one instead of a lovable, jovial
he's bad
guy.
Date Sala. I don't know. He's good. I don't know. He's good in the movie. I don't know. What do you guys think? His death is kind of cool. He catches on fire.
Well, yeah, they got me. He's got the bulletproof vest on the first time. I thought they killed him the first time. So I made a note he kind of died like Sam Jackson in Deep Blue Sea, because it's just like, all right, so we're in the mine, and what we're going to do is... Blah, 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 blah. Like, oh, shit, well, he's gone.
That's right.
I wasn't expecting that.
Although, isn't Sam Jackson, like, earlier in the film?
It is, but it's the same kind of thing. It's, all right, everybody, I'm going to assemble a plan here, and here's what we're going to do, and it's not going to be and the shark eats him.
The energy of the Sam Jackson death, not
he's
so
just
much
about to take charge, and he's like, and here's what we're going to do, and we're going to hear the plan, and then it's over, and we're on our own.
Yeah. Yeah, I like him getting crushed by the rocks, and then it was a surprise when he came back, because I thought he legitimately died in all of those rocks, because I don't know how a human being would survive that. He was pre-crushed, and then the German guy
and then he
shoots the
fires
ceiling,
a cave in,
and even more rocks fall. Completely.
I'm not going to shoot you. I'm going to bury you alive.
And then he comes back, but his death is like spectacular. I mean, he's fighting while on fire for a little bit. It's cool.
Yeah. They don't do any. They don't try to hide like the heat suit that the actor's in either. I mean, throughout the movie, they don't care that you see the stunt people. Like, even when Chamberlain's behind the train, like you can literally see it's some other dude.
Yes.
They don't try it.
Yeah.
They didn't paint out any of the wires either, like on the big spider and all that stuff. You could see all the cables and wires.
Oh my God, the big spider. Oh my God, it's incredible.
Yeah. What is that?
The big spider was awesome.
It's incredible. Yeah. The thing that got me was all the rear projection. Every time it would switch, like the train and the plane and the alligators. Yeah. It's all like
good, yeah.
All rear projection, and it just has such a different look that these are the moments that I'm directly comparing to Indiana Jones. Chamberlain getting dragged behind a train versus Indy getting dragged behind the military vehicle, right? Like that is a guy really getting dragged behind that vehicle, and there's doing something with the train, but there's like a platform or something on the tracks, and then it switches to the rear projection, and it just like the rear projection just does not look real. There's a reason they stopped doing rear projection in the 50s and 60s, right?
They brought it back now with those big screens, but when she's in the plane, when they're looking at her in the plane, and every time they look behind her, they're shooting her face behind. I just look at the entire tail, the upright tail rudder is just like off to the side, and they're just it's on a soundstage somewhere. It's not straight. It's just off so you can see the German sign on it. I just think to myself, okay, everything you're saying, like there's nobody on the set caught that. Jeez.
And it's everything that you're saying.
Got it.
That
Great.
It's like,
moving on.
It was so quick, right? Nobody has a chance to be like, hey, should we do another take where we fix the tail, right? It's like, no, we got it, right?
We got it. Moving on.
Sharon Stone looks great. We got it. That's all people are going to be looking at anyway.
That's right. So she must have been really young in 85. She was 45 when I worked with her in 2004.
When was she? Let's find out when.
She's 27 in this, I think.
Okay.
Wow.
And Chamberlain was 51. So.
Wow.
I don't know. Did you guys buy the romantic chemistry between the two of them?
Whoa.
Not for a second.
I did not buy it, but I didn't realize that he was that much older. I don't know if he looked 51 in this.
Well, his beard was dyed.
I'm in my 40s and have white hair. So. Oh, okay. They dyed
him. There's no way his beard is not dyed.
I didn't think about that.
I think that color only comes in a box. That's not a natural color.
I gotcha. Okay. I didn't think about that.
There were certain things that were charming. Did you guys clock the plane crash? That it was like a miniature, like RC size plane. The way it like hits the ground.
The one that blew up?
Yes.
No, I didn't realize that. That's so funny.
Yeah, when the plane actually like hits the ground, it's like so clearly
because they don't
like
show the plane crash. You're right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because they didn't probably have the money to break a biplane.
It like
That's
hits
so
the
funny.
ground and flips over, and then it cuts and it blows up. And then the other one,
I did know. Oh, go ahead.
The other one is when after they knock over the big soup bowl, the big soup pot.
Yeah. with all the plastic veggies in it.
Yes, totally, exactly.
The wax veggies.
And then it's like rolling down the hill. It's clearly like a
totally different
version.
size. Yeah. It was round and now it's like more of a pancake size. Yeah, that was weird.
But all of that stuff to me is like charming. I don't know. Maybe it's just an effects thing, like my love for miniatures and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, and it's the same with the spider, right? That like unrealistic spider puppet animatronic, whatever it is. Again, I'm so like, oh, look at this thing. Like it's bad, it's goofy, but I'm like, oh, I love it. You know,
I ate it up. Loved it too. Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
One of the things
this movie overall I found very enjoyable.
It's fun, not good. You know, there's a delineation between it. Not so much in this film. I noticed it a lot more in the second film. And Russell, I saw your letterbox, but I believe you watched the second one as well for this episode.
I did. Yeah, I did. Yep.
One of the things I was noticing is there's a couple sequences in the sequel where they're like walking on floors that eventually will move. Like there's one sequence where like a trap is triggered and then the floor moves. There's another sequence later in the film where there's like a golden disc and it eventually will move. And one thing I kept noticing is the way the floor would wiggle when people were walking on it. Right? Like it didn't have like full structure. It was like strong enough to stand on, but clearly wasn't strong enough to stay firm because it needed to, you know, move. And it was just so funny to me to like see the people walking on it and have it like move and wiggle a little bit. There's also
there's one.
Go ahead, Russell. Go ahead. Yeah, no. Go ahead.
I was going to say just on that note, there's one shot in Lost City of Gold where you can actually see the garbage bags lining.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is
the pit. Oh, nice,
Jay, when you watch it, the one of the sequences we're talking about where the floor splits. In the first shot, as the floor is splitting, look through the floor, and Russell's exactly right. You can see garbage bags lining the bottom. I think they were trying to
catch them, like to pad the bottom.
I think because the bottom isn't as far as, so they cut to the character falling through, and it's a big long drop. But on their set, the floor obviously isn't the big long drop. And I think they were trying to use the garbage bags to make like a black sort of negative space that looks like a bottomless pit. But the way it's lit, you can see all the wrinkles of the garbage bags. So when you do watch these sequels...
So I get your point. I was picturing garbage bags full of garbage or something like a padding material. But now I get you. Just to simply line the that's awesome. Yeah, I'll totally see that.
It's so funny too, because we all know exactly the color and the way light reflects off of a black garbage bag that you see it instantly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Awesome.
Herbert Lom plays Colonel Backner. I don't really know him other than he is in 5 Pink Panther films. Charles Dreyfus in the Pink Panther films. He's basically Clouseau's enemy in those films.
That's why he was familiar. I didn't realize why he was so familiar. So the German guy's not really German. He's English or French? French.
I didn't look up what Herbert
he is
Lom's
really German.
background is. It could be. But yeah, that's the only thing that I sort of maybe knew him from. I think I've only seen that very first Pink Panther movie. I definitely haven't.
Those ones are good. Those ones get good. Return of is good. Revenge of is good.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Like once they've built the world, now we're just playing around.
They're just playing with it. Herbert Lom. Yeah, one that is one of those series that like I need to see them all. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah,
What do we?
it's worth it. Peter Sellers was freaking fantastic. Being There came up again yesterday, and God, I love that movie. It's so
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
Do you guys? Do you know that one, Brandon? Being There.
Oh yeah, the Hal Ashby. Being
Love
There,
it.
classic, absolute
Oh yeah,
classic.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know where I saw it was back to our friend Adam the Woo, Jim Woo, JWW on the Move, put out a video yesterday where he did what we did. He and Ryan went all over Celebration, and then it made me thinking about it. But he was wearing the shirt. He was wearing the Being There shirt with the Biltmore Manor.
Oh yeah, it's the Biltmore.
When Peter Sellers is walking and he's off the ground.
Yes, yeah. My dad always talks about the Biltmore. He's obsessed with it. I only know it from Richie Rich. Macaulay Culkin's Richie Rich is the Biltmore.
Oh, is that
Mansion.
his house in that too?
Yes, yeah. They film at the Biltmore
wow.
Mansion.
Wow,
Oh, I
cool.
should say, it's my mom's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mom!
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday.
2 hours in. Hope you're watching, Mom.
Lisa, right? Lisa?
Yes, my mother Lisa. It's her birthday today. Yeah, got to get on the Pink Panther. And then we sort of talked about Ken Guampu, who plays Mbopo. Gods Must Be Crazy. And then basically everybody after that is like, either local hires or just, working actors trying to get a gig, working on a cheap Canon film.
That guy must be local because, like I said, I only know him from the other.
Yeah,
he
Gods
must be crazy, but it was shot in the exact same
African
locale in Africa,
actor.
South Africa, right on the Right.
Yeah, Zimbabwe and South Africa. That's where they shot King Solomon's Mines. We've talked a lot about, I think, the best parts of the plot. Is there anything else? What do I got highlighted here? Train sequence we sort of talked about. The biplane.
There's a fair amount of racism.
Yeah, I mean,
Alan Quartermain's joke when they talk about the what are they? What's going on here?
Bad.
Slaves.
Yeah,
and he goes, $100, all that for $100, thinking like, man, that's so cheap. And she's like, $100, thinking that's so cheap. And he's like, well, you could bargain. Like, whoa,
brutal.
Gee whiz. Yeah, cringe. The kids would say cringe.
Yeah, total cringe.
Camel jockey, towel head, no irony to any of this. It's just what we were saying back then.
Yep.
Good Lord. I had to ask myself, is this a comedy? Because it started out, I thought it would be a little heavier than it was, and then it was all these dad jokes and everything, and I was like, I think this is a little lighter than I'm thinking it's going to be.
Here's an interesting thing. They talk a little bit about King Solomon's Mines in the Canon Films documentary. They have Richard Chamberlain, and I was reading this quote from Chamberlain. I saw it a couple times while I was reading things about the movie. I don't know if this is exactly true, but he says that they were making this movie as a spoof of Indiana Jones. That's where the tone is. I think that is a defense mechanism coming, after the release of the film. This is crazy, but I'm going to tie it back into Tommy Wiseau in The Room, because Tommy Wiseau made The Room as a serious film, and only after it was released and sort of caught on as the so bad it's good is when he started twisting it as a dark comedy. He was saying he was making a comedy film in the style of Tennessee Williams. Now, I think this sort of Richard Chamberlain saying it in the documentary and the spoof nature of King Solomon's Mine, I think it's a similar thing to the Room spin in like, okay, the tone didn't work. It wasn't, conceived well. It wasn't accepted by audiences. Yeah, we were making fun of Indiana Jones. We were doing a send-up, a spoof, a parody, right?
Satire, of course,
fact,
yes.
Yeah. Here's another one
when
of my
it actually
notes.
feels like a pretty legitimate swing.
Yes.
Yeah,
it does
exactly.
not feel like a check swing at all.
So the night that I watched this, I put it on, and my lovely wife Renee was sitting next to me. She did not watch very much of it, but she watched maybe about 10 minutes or so of it. And then before she left, she asked me, she said, "Is this serious or is it supposed to be a parody?"
How do you answer the question? How did you answer? It's both.
I said
it's clearly trying to be
this
both.
Is supposed to be a serious adventure film. Like they're trying the jokes, but Richard Chamberlain's idea of it being a spoof of Indiana Jones, there's no way in hell that's what the intentions were.
Maybe that's what he thought he was doing. I don't think that's what the filmmakers thought they were doing.
And again, maybe that's something now he's sort of convinced himself that was his thought process behind it. That's what he was doing. What do you mean? That's why I delivered all those lines in such a weird way and told all those bad jokes.
Tongue in cheek. Yeah.
That's the other phrase that was used multiple times is this tongue in cheek. But I just don't.
They did it so much it's almost breaking the fourth wall if they meant it that way.
Tongue in cheek.
It's almost like we're making a movie here.
I'm trying to think of like a successful tongue in cheek.
Well, like any of the Airplanes or Hot Shots or any of those kind of parodies, where they kind of let you know that they know what they're doing.
Oh, I guess that's what tongue in cheek means, right? Is like I'm aware of what's going on. I'm aware.
It's the it's the wink.
Yeah,
this seemed pretty earnest to me. Like,
but
like I think that's the difference between, say, Harrison Ford and Richard Chamberlain. Is when Harrison Ford delivered those comedic lines, it felt convincing. Like the character might actually say that in a real situation. Where Chamberlain, it just came across as like campy and like a put on. Hammy.
Somebody wrote me this line, so I'm delivering it.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Is a good word. Because everything that he's saying is super hammy.
Yeah.
So that is kind of tongue in cheek then. So maybe he was doing it that way on purpose.
Like I've read that
he's just not a good actor.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Russell.
Like he purposely wanted to take a comedic, like go away from the indie and try something a bit more comedic and goofy. Like, but I think, Brandon, you're right. I think it's like a retrospective view of it. Like a defense mechanism. But one of the things I found interesting was like in the spike room scene, which is an obvious Temple ripoff. He makes a few almost like fourth wall comments like, they gotta be kidding. He says they gotta be kidding, like, or they
really thought of everything, stuff like that. Yeah.
Totally, as if he's referring to the filmmakers or the writers or whatever.
Yeah, it's a weird tone. Like off the top, my first note is this tone is insane because I just the whole movie,
it's all over the place.
Was who is this for?
Yeah.
What fraction of the audience
that's on here.
Are you directing this at? Because obviously movies are sort of meant to be universally enjoyed. There is targeted audiences, but when you try to like broaden it too obviously, it comes out bad, right? And there's just something about this movie, and it's even just like little things like the way the audio is recorded, whether it is all ADR lines. There's just something about it does not sound like those words are coming out of their mouth at the location that they're at, right? Like it's just And
well, so that's another way to shoot quickly is to do it. I think The Gods Must Be Crazy. I think the whole thing is looped for the same exact reason. I think they just got the visuals as they could, just shoot MOS, everything, move, and then maybe they just ADR the whole fucking thing.
Yeah,
could be.
It definitely feels that way. Like
you move quicker. And then you don't need to worry about what the hell they say. It's kind of like they play it back and okay, repeat that.
It's one thing that like really takes me out of a movie is like an obvious looped line, and I think it's one of those things that really shows like a cheap
Come on, show
movie.
A little backbone.
Or
that's in the best one that we're talking about, and even that has some of the worst ADR in the history of ADR.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just my pet snake Reggie. Come on, show a little backbone. Same dude, really? Unbelievable.
Yeah. You're doing Jock. Yeah.
Can we? Sorry. Can we put? Can we? It's 2 hours and 15 minutes into this, and I'm just noticing that behind Russell is, of course, a beautiful painting of Indy reaching for the Holy Grail. Did anyone else notice that? That's gorgeous.
No, I didn't.
Russell, that's beautiful.
I'm going to make you big here.
Isn't that great? What a beautiful piece of art. That is lovely.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, thanks so much.
You're not moving. Oh, there you go. Now we'll see it. 1 second. Make Russell.
Isn't that
big.
cool?
Oh yeah,
and
look
he's
at
reaching
that.
back. You know, he's the dad's telling him to let it go right now, and he's looking at his dad.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
I want that.
Painted that a while back. Yeah.
Well, you can check out Russell's art at the link in the description below. RussellTreloar.com.
What's on the other?
It's a Heat.
Oh, is that your Heat one?
That's my Heat.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Sort of the vehicles of Heat.
Cool.
Yes.
Tied to each character.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo. Wow.
I was looking at since we're talking about Russell's art, let's do this tangent because I was going to do it at the end of the show, but there we go.
That is so good.
So there's the look at this one.
Ooh.
This is a recent one you did.
What's that for?
This is Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, of course. Oh my God. God, I love this movie so much. We're at the gates.
And then look at this. Look at these ones. There's your Return of the Jedi, which I had seen around before I knew who you were. I had definitely seen that Return of the Jedi around.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. I just reposted it for Star Wars Day.
I'm a new fan of Lost Highway, so this is very cool.
Yeah.
And I'm blocked from the house right now, by the way, Russell.
The compound, Lynch's compound.
The Lost Highway house, yeah.
Amazing.
I wonder if they'll turn it into like a museum or if they're just going to sell it.
I don't know, but I've got to fix Yellow Car's transmission so I can take it up there and take a picture before anything happens to it. Because apparently it still looks exactly the same currently. Yeah,
the Lost Highway steps.
Yeah.
And then
shit! Now we're talking.
Yeah, I brought these two up because Commando we've already covered on the show.
And I had to share
that's the Commando
which
one.
I ended up loved it.
Yes. And then the Nightmare on Elm Street
is great.
has a whole stack of tapes there, and we covered Nightmare 2.
Well, yes, but that's the new Nightmare Freddy at the guy there. But there's the stack of everything with the first. Oh man, there's so much going on here. This is awesome.
Right.
Yeah, so
a tribute to the series.
Good job, dude.
All this art,
so good.
I ripped all these off for the show on RussellTreloar.com. The link's in the description. You can check out all of Russell's artwork. And
so these are available for purchase.
The originals are. I have a lot of the originals available. I can always do on-demand prints as well. Some of them are available through Hero Complex Gallery in LA. They run prints of them as well, like the Commando one. You can get that through them.
Cool. Say it again. Where is it in LA?
Hero Complex Gallery.
Hero Complex Gallery. Got it.
Yeah. It's a cool shop.
One of the LA galleries is closing. They just announced the other day. One of the ones that did a lot of vintage
Gallery
stuff over in
was it 1984 or
88?
1988.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was a bummer. Chagrin, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Okay. We did a DeLorean event there way back in the day when he did a Back to the Future thing. We had our DeLorean there.
I have 2 Gallery 1988 art books. I love them so much because it's all just like Russell's art. It's all pop culture movie art done by talented people who are such fans of movies and pop culture that they're just the nuance. I've always appreciated the weirdness of some of the choices to paint, to spend hours painting an obscure reference to a movie that only a handful of people love, and it just like it makes me so happy as like a fan of that obscure thing to be like, oh my god, there's some incredibly talented person who's also loves it as much that they want to, you know, spend all that time painting it. So yeah, it is sad that they're closing down.
You're describing the scene you like in the movie so much, where Indiana Jones and the bad guy are relating about how much they love this thing, and they're bonding over their mutual appreciation of this thing. I agree. Yeah. That's why I think we could eventually get Tarantino on this show if we wanted to, because I think he'll like this nitty gritty that we go to.
Yeah, he'll put me to shame though. All his freaking film knowledge.
Yeah. What would you expect? I hope you let him. I hope you're like, no, that's not true, Quentin.
Yeah, shut up, Quentin.
Actually, it says here on Letterboxd.
This is my show, Quentin. I'm sorry. All right. We've talked about the gator pit, the dinner pot. Oh, the quicksand scene. I loved the quicksand scene.
Me too.
Primarily
Sala. More brutality from Sala. Good Lord.
It's honestly a really great bit in sort of any movie, like the brutal nature of just like gunning down the people on your team to like walk across them like stepping stones. I did enjoy that.
And they weren't Nazis yet, right? They're just Germans in World War One, but still, he just like they were different. So he just mows down all these Germans.
Yeah. Breasts of Sheba is a funny, weird
worst matte painting in the history of matte paintings. It looks like a kid sketched the two. Oh my god,
it's true.
So good.
What were they doing to Jesse in that cavern with like the red hot? Is it like a hot helmet? That's what I wrote down. Hot helmet, because they've got like the
trying
two
to find
sticks.
out.
Yeah.
I have
no idea.
The physics of that. The physics of that didn't even seem possible. Like what they were doing. I was like, what are they doing?
And I remember thinking, like, did I miss something? Did I miss some sort of setup to what this thing is? No, it's just like they just like have it above her head and they're like holding her and threatening to put it on her head. Like, what the heck?
So the whole movie moves at that pace, though. Did you notice that? Because it kind of starts in the beginning and it really never lets up, and it kind of it doesn't really stay anywhere too long, except for on that train for a really long time.
You're right.
But it kind of just keeps going whether you're with them or not. It just kind of like keeps on chucking. Like
the opening scene with Sala and he's interrogating. Wait. Is Sala in the scene at the very beginning?
It's her dad.
Yep.
Oh, with her dad. Yes. Sorry.
It's her dad.
That makes sense. We open up on that scene. We're setting up the map. We're setting up the King Solomon's mines, right? The MacGuffin.
But like no credits or anything. It's just it's fucking canon, and boom, we're in this room.
But I remember when we cut to Quartermain and Jesse walking in the jungle, I remember thinking like okay, who are these people? Like, what is going on? What's their relationship? How do they know each other? Like,
no exposition. I wrote, is this a sequel? It feels like a sequel. Like we're supposed to know all this already.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and maybe there's some sort of like, people have read the book, Granted, it's 100 years old.
It's a 100-year-old story. Get with it. Yeah.
But it did feel weird. I remember having this like, okay, did I miss something? Am I missing some information? And then it slowly comes out that I guess she's hired Quartermain to help find the father, and that's why they're on this journey. But it comes out in such a weird way, and it's very strange storytelling up at the talk. It kind of puts you on the back foot.
I think it's an interesting another line you could draw to the indie films where Spielberg can handle that sort of thing way better, because you're kind of catching up to indie in the start of all three films as well, but in this film it just feels like you're just left shaking your head.
I don't agree with you there.
Okay.
I don't agree with you, because in the indie ones, there's an opening segment and we don't know what's going on. But then there's a break where we catch up and find out what's going on. This never really provided that. It's just, we're on the adventure. Hang on. You know what I mean? Like in Raiders, like, oh, we get the idol, but then all of a sudden we're at school and we can talk to, Denham Elliott, and you figure out what's going on, and then we get our exposition.
Yeah,
True
but
enough.
to Russell's point, I see what you're saying, because the opening credits to Raiders, granted, there's no real dialogue, but we are getting such a clear image of what this character is that
they take the time to do it. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas
this movie, we open up inside the temple already, and we're like, how do we get here? Why are we here? Who the fuck is that guy?
Well, and what's funny, I'm just realizing now, is that it's almost like King Solomon's Mines is relying on the fact that the fedora khaki wearing character is our lead. He's our hero. He's our adventurer. Like they don't set that up whatsoever. We're just, as the audience, because of what we've seen and loved a few years prior, we're supposed to just go, okay, that's the good guy. That's the hero, right? Because of how he's dressed. And because he was on the poster of the before we walked into the theater. Like they're not doing any work setting up that character. It's all relying on the success of Indiana Jones.
And then Russell's point comes into play, and now I understand it a little bit more. I tend to agree there too. Like we're using the familiarity of somebody else's work. We're standing on the shoulders of greats, and
Yeah, exactly. Do not step on this stone is such a funny such a funny setup. As soon as
the
it
one with
happened,
the red
I was
mark
like,
on it.
Yeah.
It may as well have had an X on it,
that's...
Like it may as well have do not step, a circle with a line through it.
Exactly. Oh my God. Do not step on this stone.
And then nothing really happens to that guy. Does he just boil up? I thought he was going to get eaten by piranha or something.
Well,
the way
he
it
does.
Started bubbling, but I think.
Is
that what happened?
The first people, they fall into the water, but when the general later he steps on the stone, there's like a weird sea monster.
Yeah.
Oh, when the general's leaving, when he's left Sala in the pit. Okay, yeah.
But the sea monster doesn't show up the first time when all those guys fall into the water, and also it is like not.
But you're helping me. It's implied that that's what happened to that guy. That the sea monster came out and ate him.
I guess so.
The first guy, and we just didn't see that yet. Okay, that makes sense.
Why don't we get to see the sea monster twice? It's such it's such a great effect. Great.
You never see the sea monster twice.
It's so weird. Like I don't even know what it is. It's like just the mouth. It reminded me of Neverending Story, like a wet sort of Falcor in the water. It's like a big dog mouth.
Just want to throw a giant tennis ball.
Giant spider we've talked about. They get locked into the spike room.
I'm sure it wasn't what's-his-face, but somebody really climbed under that train. That was impressive to me. I don't mean when they were under the train. Obviously, that was... But somebody really climbed under, and their gun scraped the ground and everything, and I was like, fuck, they're really doing that. It's crazy. Yeah. I couldn't take any more Wagner. I don't know how you guys are with that. It's like, there's enough in the fucking, the other movie, the Vietnam.
Yep.
I was with Sala on that, like, I can't take any more Wagner.
Yeah.
But German composer, I guess they were selling the German of it all.
Yeah. And I do like the bit when the gramophone guy is sinking in the in the quicksand. He's
in the quicksand, yes.
Save my gramophone. Spike ceiling, we sort of talked about, such a obvious ripoff to Temple of Doom.
It was kind of funny how they kept thinking they were catching their breath, and then it was just like, fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They thought they had it a couple times, and they're like, shit, no.
I like Sala making the guy eat the stones. That's like
dude,
dark.
That's
dark
fucked up.
Shit. That's dark.
That was dark. Just basically to help him mule the stuff out. He's like, I'm going to cut you open later.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
Pot completely changed his shape. That was the downhill.
John Rhys-Davies catches a fire. Yeah, I mean, like, there's lots going on, but not a lot happens. Does that make sense to you guys? Like,
I don't know. I would have said the opposite. Well, you're right. Is anything important happening? No, I don't know.
That's what I mean.
They get
like,
themselves in so many predicaments that it seems like they're not going to get out of. It happened like 7 or 8 times.
There's a couple of like really big set pieces, but it's just like, I don't know. They're looking for the breasts of Sheba. There's the Ogugli or Agugla tribe leader. That's I don't know. It's fine, I guess.
I mean, I think if you compare it to the sequel just drags.
The sequel,
really?
I agree with Jay. Like, this one like keeps going. Like, they just go for it, and the pace is really good. But like, yeah,
they don't care if you're with them or not. They're like, we're moving along.
Yeah, totally.
I think the sequel, it's like the last, I would say like the last maybe 30 minutes, it really like it like halts, and then it has a climax. It's fun. Like, I don't know. Is there anything else like
none of these are going to win an Oscar?
Yeah, they're going to win Razzies, that's for sure.
Their plot is surprisingly small in this movie. It really is surprisingly small.
That's what I'm saying. It's like map. Gotta find dad. Breasts of Sheba. We're in the King Solomon's mines. We found the diamonds. Final battle. John Rhys-Davies.
Well, and little by little, all the enemies get killed away until there's only the 2 big baddies, and then one kills the other one. Now we've got one baddie, and then he kills the other one. It's kind of like
also
Indiana Jones. Normally, there's Nazis everywhere. Sala kills all the Nazis.
The Agugla tribe leader character, she like jumps into the molten lava herself. Like,
suicide? What was that at the end?
I guess so. I don't know. It just
that's a weird moment.
It doesn't make any sense.
And she fucking jumps.
We didn't talk about the tree people sequence. That is a weird bit.
Oh, that was cool. Weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they weren't protecting shit. They just brought them to the other side to be captured.
Yeah. And then they bring her this like tiara. It's just like
the crown with the giant stone.
Yeah. I don't know if it's from the.
I liked the movements. The movements were really neat. How they did all that.
Yeah, it's visually it's an interesting thing. I don't think it makes a lick of sense, but hey,
I liked it better than Shia LaBeouf doing it in Crystal Skulls.
That's true.
That was my least favorite.
the big difference is that those people are actually hanging and swinging from the trees, whereas Shia LaBeouf is 3 feet in the air in front of a green screen, and it's the most obvious visual effects I've seen in a long time. 2008.
Did you guys?
We were better than that. I saw Iron Man. Okay.
Did you guys find that? Well, I was just gonna say, like, did you guys find that they didn't really get you excited about the lore of King Solomon's Mines? Like, I feel like that was one of the big things
for sure,
where he would make you excited about the MacGuffin, And in this, they almost assume that you know what King Solomon's Mines is.
Yes,
like
that's a really good point.
The first one, they build it up with the government guy. It's all secretive. Yes. What's going on? You're the only guy who knows about this. You like, oh my gosh, and we're all learning about it together.
You're totally right, Russell. There is no excitement for the mines or the lore or the map, which they break at the beginning of this film.
That's right.
You compare that to the scene where those 2 guys come to the college and Marcus and Indy are in that auditorium, and he's got the big book and he's flipping the chalkboard. Like, how exciting and invested are you in the Ark of the Covenant in that moment, right?
Yeah.
Huge.
That scene is like a masterclass of directing and acting, the way that like all the way they like step over each other's lines in that scene. Fun fact, I don't know the actor's name, but he's Porkins from Star Wars, is one of the government guys in that scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Jet. Jet Porkins from Star Wars is in that scene. But that, yeah, you're totally right. Just in that one scene alone in Raiders, you are so in on whatever adventure Indy is about to take us on, because we know the lore, we know the story. Throughout the entirety of King Solomon's
and there's weight.
mind.
There's weight to it. The government's there. There's weight to it. It's
Yeah.
like Hitler's after this thing.
Like, I'm like, ooh, they found the breasts of Sheba. I can't wait till they get to the mine to find the diamond and the treasure.
You're right. There's no payoff when we get there. You're right.
Well, didn't you find the treasure chamber like kind of a little? It wasn't very impressive at all. Like,
no, and
there was basically nothing there.
Yeah, it's like a little room with some gold and some diamonds,
Yeah.
and they basically like walked into it. Like, what were
It felt more like a torture trap. Yeah.
Yeah, the real. I mean, I guess technically the crystallized women, particularly Sheba, is, I guess, like, I don't know, the treasure or whatever. I don't even know what point they were making with that. The energy force, because Mbopo is like a representative of that tribe or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
The rightful leader of that tribe or something.
Yeah. The fact that they like go on this journey, and really the only trap is the stone pathway with the one marked stone. Do not step on this stone. The threat is not even the King Solomon's mines. The threat is the tribe that is chasing them and fighting them. You know, they've kidnapped Jesse at this point. But like, there's nothing else in there. They happen to walk into that the spike room, but the German guy closes the door on them, right? The German guy is the one who actually hits the button to
the witch who jumps in the red thing does. She pulls the knob out and the door comes down.
Closes it. Okay,
and then
you're right.
The dynamite is what lets them out with the water and all that.
Yes, okay, yeah.
From the German guy.
But even that spiked room, they didn't need to go in there. It's like, it's not what led to the treasure room, right? Like
No,
it was the treasure room. It was the same room, wasn't it? Because they were pulling the treasure chest lids up on the. It's the same little round.
You're right. Okay,
thing.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
And it was the treasure chests that were stopping the ceiling from coming all the way down.
You're right. Okay, it was the treasure room. Okay, all right. I'll give King Solomon's that. It had two traps. It had stones.
But none of them were automatic. The red-faced lady had to do it.
Yeah, some
whatever you call her, the prune face or whatever he calls her.
Yeah. But yeah, all that being said, like, I don't give a shit about the lore of King Solomon's mines and the treasure hidden within it.
No.
Okay, is there anything
else? They didn't go deep on backstory this one.
Gator Pit, we sort of talked about the rear projection. It's like it's so lame. Like when he's dangling in front of the rear projected alligators. I mean, the real shots of the alligators where there clearly is, 15 alligators in a pit with like a little wooden fence.
Pit,
and then all of those extras standing 5 feet away from those gators. That stuff is cool.
I looked and thought about that. I was like, they must have really, that set was pretty awesome. There was some cool stuff going on there. There was some cool set pieces throughout, honestly, just sporadic.
There was clearly a stunt person hanging above the water of gators, because there was a shot, but obviously when it gets close enough and when it needs to be Richard Chamberlain, they switch to that rear projection. And I just want, if people don't know what rear projection is, really quick, if you've seen any sort of Alfred Hitchcock movie, any film, from the 40s or even up until the 60s, characters would be driving a car and the footage behind them, the car isn't moving. It's in a studio. Actors are acting, and the image is moving behind them. Well, they would go out and they would actually film, driving along the road, or film moving, and then project that film behind the actors in the studio, and then shoot the scene. And so the actors is now looks like the background is moving behind them, but it's a rear projected film behind the actors in the space. And that's what they're doing here. It's not green screen. It's not image replacement. They've actually shot these alligators jumping up and snapping, and now they're projecting it on a screen behind Richard Chamberlain hanging in front of it. And it just doesn't read as real whatsoever. It didn't even read as real in the 40s.
So that's what I was going to say. Nowadays, it's used as like a choice, like Dave. You mentioned just a second ago, David Lynch. It's Mulholland Drive, I think, where he uses it a lot when they're in the car driving, and that's clearly
it's a
done.
Visual,
but it's intentional
joke
to
now,
be like exactly going back to film noir and all of that stuff. So it's like an intentional thing. But you're right; it's not very sellable as realistic. But even going we don't have to go back to the 60s. You can go to any television show from the 80s that we all grew up loving, or even 70s. Like Dukes of Hazzard and A-Team and all that. Anytime they're driving in a car, often they're just like you said, sitting in a soundstage, and the rest of that is.
Now the other side of it. It kind of, Jay had already alluded to this earlier in the show, but it kind of is coming back with the volume, primarily popularized by the Mandalorian Star Wars TV show. And it is a giant curved wall of high quality video screens. But the difference is they are using motion tracking technology to track where the camera is, and they are actually shifting the background to mess with the parallax view. So now it's kind of hard to wrap your brain around. If people are interested in it, just look up volume behind the scenes, and when you watch another camera that is filming the camera and the actors, the way the actor is stationary, and when the camera moves, the background moves to stay in line with the camera. It's incredible.
The illusion is broken the moment you take it from another angle.
Exactly.
It's all happening from the first camera's point of view. Yeah.
Exactly. But
I personally don't like it at all, but it is so impressive. It's so impressive from a technological standpoint. I just say I'd rather build a set or do it at a practical location.
And
because to me it looks different, and then the tone and the feel are different.
There is.
I think the performance you get is different too.
There is examples of it that is effective, and then there is examples of it that are so obvious that they're shooting. Well said. On
I think volume. Using it as a tool is excellent, but using it as this is how we're going to do it is not for me.
Yeah.
But I'm an old guy. I like the old days. Build me a miniature. I'm in. Paint me a matte painting. I'm in.
And I think that has always been, the case is like a lot of companies don't want to spend the money, but if they do spend the money on an animatronic, on a puppet, on a miniature, people appreciate it. Maybe not the general public, but the fans, they give a lot of credit to a production that puts the time and money and energy into a puppet or into a practical effect, especially nowadays.
Physical practical effect, yes.
Especially because we don't.
I love hearing you say that. Keep preaching.
Oh yeah, of course.
like the spider.
You like the spider, exactly like the spider.
Yes.
Sort of connecting it to the Mandalorian. I love the story of the first season of the Mandalorian. With little Grogu, Baby Yoda on Disney Plus, Star Wars. They had built this animatronic puppet, and their intention was to use it as actor reference. And they were going to make it so that, people could have it and act with it, and it would react back. But they were like, this isn't going to be the final version. We'll put a CGI version over top of all of the puppet that we've actually filmed. And it was Werner Herzog, famous director and actor, who was playing a character in that Mandalorian show that said, "You use the puppet, you cowards," or in his Werner Herzog way, it's "use the puppet, you cowards."
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Wow.
And it was Werner Herzog who convinced them that the puppet is the right choice. And that is the best part of the Mandalorian franchise, is the fact that everything is done with these puppets, these little Grogu Baby Yoda puppets. And yeah, it looks like a puppet. But if you're tracing the lineage of Baby Yoda to the character that we love from the original franchise of Yoda, Yoda is a puppet. So it's a no-brainer to have it be a radio-controlled puppet. Now, the technology is advancing. Like it's incredible, the amount of movement and acting that they get from this animatronic robot puppet. But yeah, I just absolutely love that it was Werner Herzog who told them to just use the puppet.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Love Werner.
Also, I agree that's a good move. In a world where there's too much CGI, especially in the Star Wars world, I definitely agree that's a move. Good move.
Yeah. Well, and Star Wars was not opposed to visual effects, right? Even the original trilogy is all optical effects, which are visual effects. They're just not, computer. So there's two sides of the technology, right? It's like pushing the technology, but how can the technology help us? I always talk about I think the person who uses CGI the best is David Fincher, because David Fincher uses CGI in such a unique and interesting way that it's like imperceptible.
Only where you need it, right?
Yeah. Yes, but I always
only
use the example.
Couldn't do in real life.
I was just talking about this with my friend Austin the other night, because I just am so blown away. Have you guys seen The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
Yep.
Aware of it.
Okay.
But
I love it.
No spoilers,
David Fincher is one of my favorite movies. This movie is supposed to take place in like the dead of winter up in like Sweden, I believe. And there is there's a shot where like the vehicle is approaching this house, and it's so blistery, wintry, and snowy. But they shot it, and the grass is green, and all of the snow and all of the snow on the ground and all the snow blowing around is all digital. But it's stuff like that you're like, nobody would think to do all the snow digitally, right? Obviously, it makes shooting a lot easier.
So you're not looking for it. So you're not poking holes in it. That's interesting.
Exactly. It's just one of those things that he does. He just uses it in such a unique way that he finds these ways where you're not you're not thinking about, oh, that could be CGI. So you just buy it as real.
I love that.
And that
like I watched a lot of crappy treasure movies for this, so I've seen a lot of variants of CGI attempts. I watched that Lost City, the Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum one.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind it either this time around. I actually enjoyed it. But the one I liked even maybe more or as much, I hadn't seen until it had the guy from The Office in it, John Krasinski. And
Jungle Cruise? Wait, no, I'm thinking Emily Blunt.
No, not Jungle Cruise.
His wife.
Right, because it's his wife in real life. This one was called Fountain of Youth, and it's him and Natalie Portman as his sister.
I've never seen
and
that.
It was also enjoyable, but same thing, kind of like, I would be more choosy with where I put it personally.
Fountain of Youth. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that's new. It's an Apple TV movie, and it just came out. If you like The Lost City, you'll enjoy it. It's the same kind of tone. Also, I never watch The Office, so I don't know much about John Krasinski. He's very funny, very charming.
Oh yeah,
I know he was like a PA at Conan when I was there, or an intern, or a page, or something. Before years before The Office.
Yeah, I'm sure he's charming. He's married
Nicole
to
knew
Emily
everybody
Blunt
from The Office. Yeah, good point. Love her too.
Yeah, she's wonderful. All right, tangent 7 concluded.
We're not even at hour 3. We got plenty of time.
All right. So where is my thing here? Okay.
I have
so
my star rating if we're there.
We're almost there.
Okay.
So King Solomon's Mines was released November 22nd, 1985. It opened number 1 at the box office. Impressive. So King Solomon's Mines, number 1. Number 2.
Yeah, based on the poster, by the way. Of course, everyone's like, "Oh, another indie. Gotta go check it out."
Yeah, totally.
That reminds me.
This is the scene. This is the scene in the school with the government guys.
I wanted to find who was the poster artist, but I cannot find any information anywhere about who did these posters. And this particular artist is only identified by the initials JD or JO. It's I think it's JD. That's as far as some internet poster forums I was reading. I don't know if did you go down the same rabbit hole, Russell?
I did, yeah. I did, yeah.
Did you find that one poster forum that was like poster history or poster, and they were talking about how it was they could not find they did not know who this person was, and all they can do is identify JD and some of the other posters that this particular artist had done. So it's a good poster. Very poster. Drew Struzan, right? Like that they're evoking that sort of that style, the airbrush, the characters off to the side. You know what's funny is that
it's indie the shit out of this thing.
Yeah, those three or 4 characters in boxes on the side are kind of what Last Crusade does, because that poster for Last Crusade is the side characters in boxes on the side behind your main Connery and Ford in the middle. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if any other information came up on your end, Russell, but I could not find who this artist was and to credit them other than the JD initial.
Yeah, like I was on a bit of a art history mystery as well. Like there's a few clues out there as to who it might be. And I even reached out to a few people with no reply because I was hoping to solve the mystery, but it's kind of cool. It sure did a lot of posters for Canon.
Yes.
Which, very Struzan-esque, as you said.
Yeah, I believe this JD individual also did the Firewalker poster.
Yeah, it's a great poster too.
Oh, and that also has the same kind of tone. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, the other thing that was hard is... It's not a good movie. I can't wait to watch that again, too. I got
The only other thing I tried to Google was JD Cannon, and turns out there is a professional in the film industry with the name JD Cannon. So you can't even find it that way. All right. King Solomon's Mine, November 2nd, 1985, opened number 1 at the box office. That week, the top 5 films, King Solomon's Mine's number 1. Number 2, also new this week, a film we've covered on the show already, One Magic Christmas. Have you seen that film, delightful. Russell?
I have seen it, yep.
Yes. Incredibly dark film. Incredibly dark and heartwarming.
That's the one where they kill Santa in the first 3 minutes, right?
No, that was Santa Claus the movie, which I actually have.
Oh shit, you're right.
Right behind me, yeah. Santa Claus the movie.
Too. That's right. That's right.
One Magic Christmas was One Tragic Christmas with Mary Steenburgen.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Number 3, a film I cannot wait to cover on this show. An early Jim Carrey, Once Bitten, the vampire.
Oh yeah.
Jim Carrey film. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Has an incredible original theme song. Once Bitten. It's an amazing. I must be the credit song. I can't remember if it's the opening credits or if it's the end credits. Hell, it might be both. But I have the soundtrack.
I have seen this one on cable late at night. I have never actually watched this movie. So we're going to do Once Bitten. Okay.
A little Jim Carrey. Number 4, Jagged Edge has been in theaters for 8 weeks.
That was a
and
big
then
one.
number 5, holding strong, still at top 5, 21 weeks been in the box office since July. Back to the Future.
Power of Love.
Yep, still going strong. Goes on to be the number 1 grossing film of 1985. King Solomon's Mine played for 8 weeks. Was made for...
Pretty good.
Now, I could not find out if this budget was for just the first film or if it was for both films. The way they talk about it is it kind of seems like it was for both films.
Oh, there we are.
But
We're back.
Okay, so 12.6 million is the budget for King Solomon's Mines. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was for just King Solomon's or if it was for Lost City of Gold as well, because the budget listed for Lost City of Gold was 13 million. The only reason I sort of say that it might be the same budget is because Cannon Films famously did not spend that much money on a single movie. Also considering they have 22 films coming out in 1985. They paid...
And if we're going to go all the way to Zimbabwe for one of them, it's like we may as well make that too.
Yeah,
so budget it out. I agree with this, Brandon. I agree.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the 12.6 or the 13 million was the budget for both films. But I
gotta say, this movie cost money. As a producer looking at this movie, there is a tremendous amount of cash on the screen. So it actually, all of a sudden, 12, 13 million doesn't sound very much to me.
Well, and when you watch the sequel,
train shit alone,
there is sets. There's like full big sets in the sequel, a couple of them.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it is. Could be.
Ends up making only $15 million at the box office. So if the 12.6 is for both films and we, split that in half as, 6.3 for each film, okay, an okay success. Don't know how much they spent on marketing. Don't know how well it was marketed at the time. The
Probably
sequel,
not that much, I'm guessing, if we're capitalizing on the familiarity of the other. Yeah.
The sequel only
ends
up
too
making
much.
$3 million. So King Solomon makes 15. Lost City of Gold only makes 3 million. So
but they're getting that Tubi money now.
Yeah, if the 12.6 is the actual budget for both of them, a combined $18 million. Okay, not great, but maybe that is being in the positive for Cannon Films is probably their goal, right? Regardless of, as long as we make more than what we spent on it, it's positive for us.
We can make another movie. You're right. As long as we got our money back. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And I really could not find many reviews of the film at the time. Our buddies Siskel and Ebert did not talk about or review King Solomon's Mines. There's one review credited on the Wikipedia page that is middling at best. It's it talks about the tongue-in-cheek nature of it. So I'm like, I don't know. So there's not a lot of coverage.
I tend to agree with you guys. Yeah, I think it was played seriously now at this point.
The only other interesting thing, and there's no real reason why, but as I mentioned earlier, the sequel was shot directly after June 10th to September, but for some reason did not come out until 1987. So maybe they just didn't want to put them out too quickly to make it look like they had shot them back to back. The same way Indiana Jones had a 3-year gap between Raiders and Temple, and then a 5-year gap between Temple and Last Crusade.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to spend the money to shoot them together because it's cheaper than going there twice. So that part all makes sense to me. And then the releasing kind of just, it's almost like if we had 22 movies this year, it's like it just fits into the schedule, you know?
Where
also, if it was a big hit, I bet they would have rushed it out in 86. But the fact that it wasn't a big hit, they're kind of like, well, we'll get to it.
Yeah, let it get discovered at the by the Russells at the video store, you know.
Time's not going to hurt us at this point. Exactly.
Once we know Russell is a fan from renting it and is going to go see it in the theater, then we'll release it a couple years later.
First we get Russell, then we get everybody.
Exactly.
That was the marketing plan.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope that somehow this podcast inspires you, Russell, to do a piece somehow from something from King Solomon's mind.
Yeah.
That crappy spider or something. Really? Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I thought about it for sure.
Have you ever done like a poster reimagined? Like not like obviously you've done like the Commando poster we were looking at but one of the things I saw recently was do you know Jason Edmonston, the artist?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He redid the Jaws poster, which you know, he just painted it, but it was more maybe it was an exercise for him or something like that. Have you ever thought of just like, or have you done sort of just like repainted a poster just to, you know, get into the Drew Struzan style or the John Alvin style?
Yeah. Do your take on something. Yeah.
Yeah. Your take on that style.
Yeah, I haven't done a straight like copy as an exercise, but it might be interesting to see what comes out of it. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait till we get the King Solomon's Mine print.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
For the 4K release.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah,
exclusive, limited.
I'm sure they're working on it.
I will say the transfers on Prime Video. That's how I watched both the movies.
That's how I watched it too.
Pretty good. You know, you know, sometimes those
good.
digital streaming transfers are like some old DVD rip that has just been the digital copy of the movie available.
Yes.
You know, that's released by you know, the distributors. But I was surprised.
I'm always surprised the other way. Do you find that? Like the ones I think are going to be, so give me some great copy is kind of like crappy, and then I'll put some crappy movie on like this, and I go, wow, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
That? It seems like they're 4K digitizing crap before. I'm not calling this crap. I enjoyed this.
There, to that point, I think that you're kind of right, because the restoration and the 4K, you know, re-releases are all of these boutique labels that are kind of prioritizing the crap because that's what they have access to,
or cult classics instead of
whereas the big studios who are holding on to their classics, you know, of cinema or the things that make them money, they're sort of in charge of it, and you know, maybe they're not, you know, they don't have their finger on the pulse of what the physical media collectors or the, you know, are looking for, whereas all like the Vinegar Syndromes, the Arrow videos, even the Criterion collection, they kind of are using their pull to get weird stuff into their video vaults. So there might be something to that like a thing that you expect to have a nice 4K transfer available on streaming or digital download may be just held up in the vaults of Warner Brothers because they don't have time to get to it. Whereas all the crap, Vinegar Syndrome is hard at work, you know, restoring and putting out a 4K version.
So you can't even buy like a good version on Apple TV, but you can watch it for free on Hubie or Tubi or Mubi or whatever, and it looks great, but you got to sit through commercials.
Speaking of which, I was so close. I did not do it. Vinegar Syndrome is putting out a new 4K release of Explorers, and it looks incredible. It looks really, really good. And I was like, "Oh my god,
really see that Rosebud sled?
Am I gonna buy this 4K?" And I was like, "Oh, I ended up not."
Here's the problem: if you do it, I was gonna say if you do it, the problem is the last 20 minutes are also gonna have been converted into 4K.
I know.
You're gonna have to watch it too.
And for the, not just for the show, but also for my collection, I did buy the Blu-ray, the Shout Factory Blu-ray, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
In this particular case,
that's 1080.
I'm happy enough with my Shout Factory Blu-ray of Explorers,
1080,
which is a film. I might watch it again, but it might be, years down the road if I'm showing it to somebody. So I did pass.
You hit it. So it's that bad. It was.
It's not that bad.
It's the best movie ever until it's the worst movie ever.
Yes, if I can just I'll turn it off. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll turn it off before the end. Russell, you sound like you've seen Explorers.
I have. Yeah, it starts really well, to be honest.
It's exactly
right
what
in that
It's
zone.
one of my favorite starting movies ever.
Yeah.
In fact,
The adventure those kids are on, dude.
Yeah. On our episode of Explorers,
performances.
Exactly. I said all the same thing, but
So good.
On our episode on Explorers, when I started watching the movie, I was like, how have I not seen this before? This is incredible. These performances are great.
Would you say
I
you
love
called it...
Joe Dante. And then it just fell apart so fast.
But you gave it one of the biggest compliments. You're like, this is like Goonies in space, or you said something like that. And I was like, oh my God, it totally is. And then it's not.
Yeah. And it's just the end of it. It just loses it for me. So there is a new 4K of Explorers out, and it looks incredible. The footage that they've released. Nice. Same company that did a 4K, which is still available, of Daryl. So if you're looking for Daryl and you're looking for Explorers, there's 4Ks from Vinegar Syndrome. Okay, so the last thing we do on this show, Russell, is, like you, I love Letterboxd. I'm obsessed with Letterboxd. Love logging my movies. Love writing reviews. I love reading reviews. So when I like to pull people's reviews from Letterboxd. So here are some Letterboxd user reviews for King Solomon's Mines. Jimka says, if you didn't really know how good Harrison Ford was as a movie star, watch this for comparison. 2.5 stars. Presto says, and then.
He's right.
And then.
He's right.
And
yes,
then,
I found that too.
Then,
I totally
3 stars.
found that. Yep.
I pulled that one because one of my favorite thought processes on writing comes from Matt Stone and Trey Parker of South Park fame. They have a very succinct way of putting how they successfully write is, if you have moments in your screenplay and it's this happens and then this happens and then this happens, it's better to do it as this happens, but this happens, therefore this happens. And that's how they break down and write week after week after week of South Park. And it's been so successful for them. So as soon as I saw somebody writing and then, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what this movie is. It's an and then.
Yep.
And then. Ben
It's funny that we brought up Dude, Where's My Car earlier too.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then. No more and then.
Ben Affleck says, this might be the best Indiana Jones ripoff, even if it's not the great one at all. 2 stars. Oh, sorry. Even if it's not great at all. This might be the best Indiana Jones ripoff, even if it's not great at all. 2 stars.
I probably agree with that.
Josh says,
Can't think of another one.
Canon Films financing an Indiana Jones ripoff based off of a 100-year-old IP by a Brit set in Africa? What could go wrong? 1.5 stars.
Oh, he had me. I thought he was gonna like it. It was good.
And then the last one here is Nietzsche's says, if you've ever thought, how bad could this be? It's just a little worse than that. 2 stars.
I feel like a lot of those people have never watched some of the other movies we've watched on this show.
Yeah.
This movie was I enjoyed this movie. Nothing about this was painful. It was humorous.
I enjoyed my time with it, but it's not a good movie. you know.
Oh,
I wanted
no,
to-
I would not say it was a good movie.
Here's a couple.
Good movie. That's nice. No, I agree with you.
Jay, you'd mentioned some adventure films, and Russell, you had talked about the initial sort of idea for this being the Indiana clones. Any other films that you can think of that are the adventure Indiana Jones knockoff type films that you would? It doesn't necessarily have to be recommend, but just worth letting people know about.
I mean, I definitely have one that I can recommend that I discovered prepping for this show. I mean, I watched a lot of bad ones, but I'll tell you about one good one. It's called Motherlode. So Lode. It's a 1982 film directed by Charlton Heston, and it's set and filmed entirely in BC. So
sweet.
Brandon and I's home province. And it's trying to be BC. Like the story, it revolves around BC, and it's basically about this couple. The woman is played by Kim Basinger, a young Kim Basinger.
Jeez.
So they're a couple of adventurers that go into the wilderness of BC looking for a lost colleague, and they come across like a grizzled miner played by Charlton Heston who's looking for some lost gold. But it's actually really pretty good.
Jiggins.
Yeah, and to top it off, Drew Struzan did the poster, which I just found out like yesterday. So it's pretty cool and very atmospheric. Some good mine sets. Yeah, it's like a hidden gem.
That's a cool poster.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like a hand reaching up, grabbing like a nugget of gold.
Yep.
Oh, Lode.
Awesome. Yeah, Lode.
Lode. Yeah.
Huh.
So it's it's got like some float plane sequences that might tie it to Raiders. It's got treasure hunting, but it kind of stands on its own. Yeah.
Wow, I definitely would check that out. That looks cool. Oh, and Charlton Heston has a huge beard.
Yeah, and a terrible Scottish accent.
Let me see if I can.
Oh no, can't wait.
Like Groundskeeper Willie level, but it kind of works in a weird way.
Him. What the fuck did I just see him in? Oh, he's in one of the airport movies. He's one of the pilots in the airport movie.
There's Charlton Heston.
Oh wow, right on.
Big
he looks
old
like
beard.
He's wearing one of the ape, but he looks like he's got the ape's beard on.
Yeah,
from the Planet of the Apes. That was a little blurry. Couldn't quite tell. That's funny.
Yeah, this movie looks cool. Definitely gonna check that out.
I watched Lara Croft Tomb Raider as well in preparation for this.
The
2002 or whatever, the first one.
Tomb?
Nice.
I checked back into the tomb. Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't see the second one, Cradle of Life, and then there's a reboot too with a new girl completely. I didn't. see that
Alicia Vikander.
But I did watch the original one.
Yeah. I didn't see the reboot.
No. Have you heard anything about it? I don't think I heard. I bought it, but I don't think I heard anything about it either.
No, I haven't heard anybody.
It was nice to go back to the first one. The first one was better than I remembered, except that the funny thing is Daniel Craig's in it, but it was before he was Bond and before most of us really knew Daniel Craig. So we talked about looping and bad ADR before. I feel like half of his dialogue is ADR'd because you know what Daniel Craig sounds like. But in this movie, anytime he's shouting, he's like, "Hey, Laura, come on, Laura, go over there, Laura." It's like, he doesn't sound anything like. It's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? It's not even close.
He's pretty good at voices. I mean, Benoit Blanc.
It could be.
Could be.
Well, but okay,
That's
so
true.
no, you're
That's
right.
true.
That's a very good point. That's the onions, the wild out, or the whatever the fucking.
Yeah, the onions.
Is that the wild onion? Thank you.
Yes.
You know
Glass
what I mean.
onion. Wild onion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Old guy coming through. Yeah, no, you're right. But his regular voice when he's just talking to her sounds like Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was more enjoyable than I remembered it being. Also, because John Voight plays her dad in it, and he is her dad.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's true.
I just rewatched Heat, and I forgot John Voight was
Nice.
in Heat. Yeah.
What?
That.
Oh, I forgot too.
Yeah, he's like their I don't know what it would be called, but he's like their getaway guy. Like he like sets sets it.
Does he get out of prison in the beginning and he's looking for work? Is that the deal?
No, he's not that guy. He's like one of their like connection guys, but he does have long hair in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just got
Heat
the
is great,
Heat
too.
4K, so I had to get hot again, if you know what I'm saying.
I did a drawing of John Voight from Heat in character talking to De Niro. It's on my website. It's like a drawing on paper. Yeah.
You know that movie is loosely based on the North Hollywood shootout? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I didn't know. I actually didn't know.
Yeah, it's loosely based. Well, that's where all of these assault rifle. It was like the first bank heist that went down like that, but it was blocks from here in North Hollywood and Laurel Canyon at the Bank of America, right up the street. And it's like they made movies about it and everything.
Yeah,
it's a crazy thing.
Yeah, movie still rules. It's awesome. long as shit, but it's awesome.
Al Pacino's girlfriend and that whole side thing. I don't know, but I like that he was taking care of the daughter.
Great ass.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. It's the best.
That was a killer impression too. That was awesome.
My recommendation, a film that I love and I do always think of, like, it's not directly Indiana Jones, but it's sort of adventure, is The Armor of the Gods, the Jackie Chan film. Now, in North America, it's released as Operation Condor 2, which is a prequel to Operation Condor. But this is like a cool, like, relic hunter type character for Jackie Chan. But a lot of great stunts in here because this film is directed by Jackie Chan. And I always tell people, if you're looking to get into Jackie Chan films, look for films directed by Jackie Chan or even produced by Jackie Chan. But if you can find a film that's directed by Jackie Chan, you are going to be absolutely blown away because he spends so much time and energy to get all of the stunts perfect because it's his film.
His choreography is excellent.
Yeah. So, yeah, these movies are great. The Operation Condor or the Armor of God series, if you haven't seen them.
Well, then, can we throw Firewalker in there too? Then, because that's a Tomb Raider treasure hunter movie, even though it's more comedic.
I haven't seen this, but I did see it on a couple lists, so I wanted to shout it out. We talked about it recently, and there's a couple of films from this particular actor that I need to see. Primarily some of his non-comedic work, but this is Eddie Murphy's The Golden Child.
Yeah,
I just watched that
movie with a passion.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah.
Have you not? You said you haven't seen it?
No, we talked about it because I haven't seen this and I haven't seen Boomerang. Those are two.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, those are two like primarily
movies.
Non-comedic Murphy, classics that I haven't seen. So.
Watch this one first.
Yeah, I do want. And then the last one I wanted to is this one. Again, I haven't seen this, but it came up on a couple of lists. It's called Jake Speed, and Jake Speed is a real hero, the kind of guy who's always there to fight for justice when the case is hopeless. Sort of John Wayne, Robin Hood, and Lone Ranger all rolled into one slightly flawed and cocky package. And who else? Michael York, I think, is in this. Is that Michael York? No, John Hurt.
Basil Expedition?
John Hurt. I was thinking the Elephant Man, John Hurt, is in this.
Even better.
But yeah, those were just a couple.
Wait. Oh, it was John Hurt's the Elephant Man, not William.
Yeah, John.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
God, that movie.
Any other Indiana clones that we want to toss off? I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing you're going to have another episode on Jewel of the Nile, but I did.
Yes,
watch that as
well. We mentioned that, but
those two in.
Yeah,
National
we'll
Treasure.
Cover.
I'd throw in there too, even though it's contemporary. It's not period.
Yeah, that's true.
I watched both of those too and enjoyed the hell out of both of them this time.
Those are top tier perfect films. I don't care what anybody says. Those movies are. I love the National Treasure movies so much.
Oh wow! I'm so happy to hear you say that. I totally agree with you. It couldn't be more fun.
Totally. Those are watchable movies. You know, like just like so much fun to watch. I get back to like I'm invested in the lore. I like the story, the adventure, the all of the little like secrets, you know, left behind.
None of it's preposterous for me. I believe all of it, every single bit of it, because they show the backstory and the history through it all.
Yes, the heist in the Declaration of Independence, or even just like
breaking
into the Oval Office in 2, or the I think it's the Library of Congress, or whatever.
Both. Like for the Book of Secrets. Yep.
Yes, all President's that stuff is great. I've never thought of it as a contemporary like Indiana Jones, but it really is.
Because maybe more so than anything else, because the gates are not they're not grave robbers. Like, he wants to put this shit in a museum. He wants to get it, win the thing, and then put it out so everybody can see it. And that's very indie to me versus like, you know, Fortune and Glory, kid, Fortune and Glory, you know?
Yeah. Huh. Wow, you've just unlocked a new appreciation for the National Treasure.
Oh, I love those movies. I can't believe that I thought for sure you were going to shoot me down on this one. I'm so happy that you like them too.
Oh, I love those movies so much. Now, I have not watched the TV show, but there's no Nicolas Cage, so I'm like less interested. Show? Yeah, there's a Disney Plus TV show, with Justin Bartha. He reprises Riley.
Oh, is that Riley? Is that the guy
Riley
from Hangover?
Oh, wow.
Yes, Justin Bartha.
Shit.
Yeah. He's in it, but no Nicolas Cage. And maybe the
Diane Kruger. I liked her in it too.
Yeah,
she angry declaration lady.
Yes. Man.
And then Sean Bean is the bad guy. It's great.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think I'm going to watch National Treasure after this. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Okay, well, we did it. We crushed King Solomon's Mines. We buried John Rhys-Davies.
Nice.
I think we've analyzed this film. Russell, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you.
Have we rated this film?
To get to what's that? Oh shit! Oh my god, we didn't rate the film. Okay.
It's your favorite part.
Yeah. One of the things we do on this show is we rate these films. Jay, would you like to go first with your rating?
I'd be happy to. I'll be short and sweet. I found this movie very enjoyable. There's no secret. I told you why. 3 stars. Because I think it was an enjoyable ride to me. I don't think it was a good movie. I agree with everybody there, but it kept my attention, and I'm talking about it with a smile on my face. And I would watch, if we were in the days of television where, this was on a Saturday afternoon, I would totally leave it on. And I was doing other things around the house and it was in the background, I would totally leave it on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not if anyone else was here, though, because there's a lot of racist and tribal and Zulu. Like, there's a lot of other things going on.
Yeah. Yep. That's the time.
But 3 stars. Confident 3
wonderful.
Stars. Enjoyed it.
Russell, your star rating out of 5 stars, like Letterboxd.
Well, I watched the film twice, and it landed at about two and a half both times. But at any given moment, it could go up half star for nostalgia purposes. But I'm gonna officially, it's on the record as 2.5. So
perfect.
Yeah, I think if I did half stars, that's where I'd put it too, because that's like dead in the middle. I just don't do halves. So
and you know, that is exactly the same sentiment I have. I am going to give King Solomon's Mine a 2 star. But much like Jay just said, if I did do half stars, I would give it a 2.5.
2.5.
It's so close to 3.
That's where it belongs.
For the like the fun that I had while watching it, but the fun that I had is not what the movie's intention of fun is, if that makes sense.
You got me there, yeah. Well,
right?
Yeah.
And
you're right. You are right.
I had a really great time talking about aspects of this movie with you guys tonight, which is always the case because we talk about this a lot, Russell, that like we'll come in, we'll watch a movie and give it a rating, and then we'll have this conversation and be like, oh man, was it better than I actually thought it was?
Yeah.
Often.
One of the things I love about Letterboxd is that it does hold me to my what was my initial thought finishing the film, right? So that was 2 stars. I'm going to stick to my 2 stars, but I do think like that half star for the enjoyment or the nostalgia, as you said, like there's just another level to it. But yeah, I'm going to stick with the 2 stars.
You know what? My half star might come from my love of Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brandon, the delay, but I think I realized that I'm picking up on your point, and that's where my half a star came from, my love for Sharon Stone and my nostalgic for her. And I think you're right. I painted it with that. I mean, you guys are probably right. It's a 2.5 star. Yeah.
The guy blows up is awesome. The motorcycle flip is awesome. The spider is awesome. John Rhys-Davies catching fire is awesome. Like, there is things in this movie that are great, but the connective tissue between those moments is a little grating, is a little hard, but I'm laughing at the movie, which is in turn enjoyment in a way akin to The Room. That was so bad it's good. And this kind of is in that camp. Like, it's not quite so bad that you're just like, I can't believe this is crazy. How did this, get made? All this kind of stuff. Yeah. It's got some juice, as they say, but it's just, it's stumbling. The whole movie is like stumbling to get to the breasts of Sheba, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot the rating part of this show. What's the point? That's what we do this show for. All right. Well, now we've rated it. As I said, Russell, thank you for being here. It was an absolute pleasure to get to spend some time with you, talk to you about movies. This is great. I hope we get... Yes, exactly. Check out russelltreloar.com. Link in the description. I hope we get to spend some time together. Next time you're coming to the mainland, hit me up. We'll hang out. It'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Well, thanks so much for inviting me. Had a great time with you both, and appreciate the show. This is great. So thanks again.
I want to thank you for your choice, because this is not a movie I probably ever would have seen in my life on my own, and I'm glad I've seen it. So thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, kind of a conversation starter as opposed to quality film.
Yeah. Well,
I just was prepared for it to be so much worse than it was, and there was so much good in it that I wasn't expecting, that I was like pleasantly surprised. Hence my rating.
I love when people pick the weird ones. Like, obviously you had your connection to it, which is why you chose it, but I just think, again, like, just like you, Jay, I hadn't seen this movie, and who knows, I probably would have never seen it, but I love when somebody comes in with the non obvious choice and we'll get to those obvious ones later, but yeah, this was an absolute blast to dissect.
Nice.
Yeah, hang out. So.
And our second 1985 movie with mine in the title. So, ta-da! There you go.
Oh yeah, Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine. Yeah.
King Solomon's Enemy Mines.
Oh, that was the other thing. There's really one mine. I don't know about this multiple mines, King Solomon.
Yeah, it was like one. It was like one.
It's like multiple caves in that mine, but it's one mine.
Well, there must have been another bunch of crystal ladies buried in another part of the
it
mine.
Didn't even occur to me. Of course. I smell a sequel.
Russell, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Instagram, Russell Treloar on Instagram. Is my handle, or Russell, russelltreloar.ca is my website, and that has all my links there as well. So it's probably the easiest.
I've been saying trailer all night. Treloar.
It's okay. No, it's a weird name. So
we didn't want to correct you, Brandon.
Yeah. No, it's all good. All good.
Okay, well, now I'm embarrassed.
Dude, your art's amazing, man. Your art's fantastic. I'm super excited to check out more of it. I love it.
It's as soon as I found Russell Treloar, I was like, this guy rules. And I had to own this piece.
You said Instagram too.
Yeah, Russell
I love it.
Russell.Treloar on Instagram. Again,
Right.
website's in the description below. Your Instagram handle's in the description below. Jay, where can people find you online?
Thank you, Brandon. Porsche Life 111 is where most things are. I haven't been too active on social media lately. Been doing real life stuff, trying to get back into the working world and everything. But Porsche Life 111 for most things. We do a late night talk show podcast called Late Night Playset from the original David Letterman set in our dining room. That's Late Night Playset. If you like cars in Los Angeles, Good Vibes Breakfast Club. And if you like this show, please follow it everywhere. Comment, like it, share it. A blockbuster year, pretty much most places. But I love doing the show with Brandon, and we need you to watch it to keep doing it. So get to meet cool people like Russell and fellow creatives throughout the world. And I don't know, I just love doing the show with you, man. It's like I told you, this week was a little rough week. This was the highlight of my week. So thank you guys both, and to the audience.
Yes. Well, I like you. I love doing this show. Love digging deep and talking movies with you and our guests. It's so much fun.
So much fun.
Yeah. Follow a Blockbuster Year on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel. We're here live every Wednesday at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you're into movie cars or want to follow along on me building my Blockbuster, follow BC DeLorean.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm almost...
The other day when you brought the tapes in, awesome.
Yeah, I'm almost at the point where I'm ready to show the next process. I'm waiting for a couple signs to get made, cool. But it's coming along great. So I'm very excited to share that process and progress with everybody.
Awesome.
Next week we are covering St. Elmo's Fire with our guest Scott on tape. He'll be with us. Another cool. Canadian, East
Fellow
Coaster Canadian. Very excited. I've never seen this film. Looking forward to it. Big Breakfast Club fan, so lot of connective
alumni
Breakfast
there,
Club, Brat Pack, all that stuff. So
it's on sale this week if anybody wants to buy it. It's on, I think, $7.99 or $6.99, something like that. I just bought it on Apple TV. Yeah.
Well, I've got a digital video disc right here with special features.
Sir, you of all people should know the correct name for that. That is not what DVD stands for.
What is it?
Digital versatile disc, believe it or not.
Versatile?
Believe it or not.
I've never heard
that's what
versatile.
DVD stands for.
Really?
Huh? Yeah. Believe it or not.
Well, I have the digital versatile digital versatile disc here.
Nice.
Whoa.
What does
directed by Joel
DVD
Schumacher. Can't
stand?
wait to talk about that next week.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. Thank you everybody for being here with us. Thank you for versatile disc. Whoa.
But it does say right underneath it, it also stands for digital video disc. So it looks like you've broken the nomenclature
we're
as well.
We're both right. And that's how this show is exactly that. We are both right.
That's right.
What's
a man but his opinions?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and watching the replay.
Yes.
We will see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Love you, Russell.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Love you at home.
Thanks again, guys. Bye.
Bye.